2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. I was out of the house doing stuff. Smoking the Wi-Fi beverages. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS.
Hello!
Greetings! VH, yes!
VH, yeah.
Is there an echo in here? Because I just said that before the mics were turned on.
No, but real talk, is there an echo? Because Windows Update means there might be.
Yeah, there might be all sorts of...
We might have some audio problems
things.
this episode, but other than that, you know, we should be all good.
Should be. You say that, but I think that's just when you're trying to make words come out of your mouth without thinking about what to say.
No, actually, we should be all good.
We should be all good.
Except
Actually,
I do have to fix the webcam up. Other than that, though,
you do, because you can't see my beautiful face. We need to figure out
Well,
how
we
to make
probably
yours
can.
dark and mine lit. I need to get a ring light that's pointed away from you, but to me. Because you don't want us to be seen, you don't like the ring light.
I don't want to get headaches.
Yeah, that too.
From bright light being like shone in my face.
Yeah, I also hate that, but at the same time, I'm self-obsessed, so, you know, it's a payoff.
Okay, that should be better.
Should be?
Should be better.
Should
A bit
be.
bigger now.
Hooray, we're here.
It's only us again.
It's only us. We're back down to 2 because we had Andrew last week who wasn't paying attention. And the week before was Jack who paid too much attention, and we had too much fun, and I fell on the floor and threw up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Been an interesting couple of weeks.
Interesting couple of weeks, yeah. Talking about throwing up everywhere. I got you a beer that's got a demon on it. And it's got...
It's not El Diablo, is it?
No, it's not
Do you remember El Diablo?
I do. It was like 8% beer that was like in
was
one of
12%
those...
beer.
Or was it 12%?
It was 12%
in
beer.
one of those energy drink cans.
Oh, God, it was awful.
Yeah. No, this is just I think it's a locally made hazy IPA. So like, you know, fruity flavors and stuff.
Smells good.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go to the pub, actually. It makes me want to go to Valhalla.
It does have the kind of Valhalla.
No, it just smells like what I smell when I walk into Valhalla.
Yeah, it does have that kind of smell to it. Because I did.
As in, not just when I get my drink, but as soon as I walk through the door. That's the kind of smell.
Because I did buy 5 and then I drank one.
That's because we were watching mixtapes.
We were. I'm actually looking forward to Friday because of that. Oh, fatty grunts. What else am I looking for? Oh yeah, I need my... Why do I need this? I don't need this. I'll bring it out anyway.
I've done some really bad pours lately.
Oh yeah, look at mine. Just as bad. I'm waiting for half the cup. So, what are you doing this week?
Just been...
Aside from looking for houses because you're about to be homeless.
I'm about to be homeless.
Which means you're going to come live with me and we're going to have to try and set up an obscure tape time in my lounge room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'm sure we'll sort it out.
We'll figure something out. I'm sure. Like, I'm not particularly worried about it.
Yeah? Everyone that we missed, we got to watch a Spanish movie.
Okay. But yeah, so the reason I'm not particularly worried is because all this setup that I've got here,
Yeah.
I can host it online, and so even if we do it through your computer, it's as simple as just sending you the files and setting it up.
Ah.
It's, it's really just like maybe an hour's work for me to set it all up properly.
Couldn't you just load up your profile in OBS or something? Like, wouldn't it save
I
on the
could
cloud?
possibly export stuff, maybe. I don't actually know how it
cloud
works.
saved.
I think it depends. Like, you can do some of that stuff. Like, some of my stuff is like cloud saved. Some of it is locally hosted. Like the CRT overlay is definitely locally hosted.
Oh, because of the actual
It's just a picture.
image files.
It's
yeah.
literally just an image file. Whereas, like,
But the cloud save will
alerts,
just tell you that there should be an image there, but not the image.
yeah. But then, like, the alerts and stuff are completely on the cloud.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been making mixtapes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
I can't remember what I've been doing.
It's not been a particularly busy one for you?
No, it's been the opposite. It's one of those things where it's been so busy that I don't remember everything. Just put it out of my head.
Don't know where to start.
Yeah, don't know where to start. But I did receive a videotape in the mail.
A videotape?
Yeah, I got apparently I bought one, and I think it might have been the day when I had vodka.
Oh. Okay.
So
That was quick then.
Well, the thing is, I know I ordered you an audio cable that day, and that's not arrived yet.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I ordered a videotape that day, and I don't know whether we should watch it for Obscure Tape Time or the exercise show, because it's erotic belly dancing.
Oh boy, that's a doozy. We'll have to watch just a little bit of it just to see
like how ridiculous
erotic
it would
it
be
is.
for us to be doing it, and whether we should just sit back and enjoy
It's
it.
more. Are we going to get banned for doing erotic belly dancing?
It's not nude belly dancing. It's not a
Erotic though, like it's very suggestive. I would imagine if it's called erotic.
Is that something we're not allowed to show? I mean, we shouldn't name the title of the show "Erotic Belly Dancing Show," but
We probably should just
mean,
name the show in general.
if we're going to
Erotic
get
Tape
banned,
Time.
if we're going to get banned for that, we'll get banned for Cher's exercise video. For Christ's
No, because
sake. She's
think
wearing fishnet.
I'll actually for the belly dancing one. I'll have to put my tights on backwards so that the
you can
the gap
flop
is
it
here.
out. And I'll have to pull up my dress. Yeah, we all know that's going to be difficult for us. But yes, it was a very interesting find because Sam was the one that brought it in. And I said, I always say this to her when I get things like, you can open it, I don't care, what's in it? And she's like, belly dancing? I'm like, I don't remember getting that. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, indeed.
I don't know what to say else about my,
Well, you mentioned a box coming.
The box isn't here yet, but
It'll take a while. It might be months before you see that box. But
I'm not sure that James knows about it. But I'm getting some locally recorded local wrestling that somebody was actually in and got their mum to record it from their local channel.
Did you know that footage is actually probably in a way worth a lot of money?
Oh yeah. The thing is,
we're putting it up for free. We're doing a goddamn service to the world here.
Not just that, we're gonna have him in on the show.
I'm excited
not
about
locally,
that too.
but we're gonna try.
Where'd you say he was from?
He's from Canada, but the French Canada. So
good wrestlers out that way.
So kind of in Europe, but in Canada. I don't understand how it works.
No, French Canada is just in Canada, and it's
oh, so it's not in France.
It's a region where basically it's just populated by the French people who were in the area before the British sort of.
I feel this is banter for that episode. You don't want to do any other episode until we get those tapes.
I'm excited for the wrestling, dude. I just love I love wrestling.
Okay, but the
especially
thing is, he sent me the box, right?
Yeah,
and he just got kind of excited, and he bought himself a TV viewer so that he could do it himself. So he sent over all the good stuff to me, and now he's just checking his TV tapes to see what's on them.
What a legend! I love this guy.
He sent me a rip already. Yeah. Yeah.
Why isn't he here? I'd love to hear his thoughts of things.
Canada. Anyway. I thought it was in French Canada. I thought that was somewhere in between.
It's the same country.
Canada. Canadians.
Canada. Canada.
So last week, we had somebody who was actually really into VHS in the chat. And they tasked us when we said, give us a theme. Usually we would expect people to give us some nice broad themes. They tasked us to do a vacuum cleaner themed episode. I'm like, no, we cannot do. And Pete's like, no, we got a Dyson video somewhere. We've got a.
I thought we did. I thought we had a Dyson video.
Do not have any vacuum cleaner videos. I even looked up VHS on the web to see if I could fast track one over or something. There's none that are available. Wow. I should have checked Reese's collection of archive rips and then put one onto a spare tape because I'm sure that he would have one somewhere. But what I did instead is grab just some homely stuff. I've got a couple of interesting homely instructionals and then a emergency tape, which are always good, especially when it's considering in the home. Maybe they're going to tell us to put away our vacuum cleaner so the kid doesn't get sucked up inside.
I'll be surprised if we don't see a single vacuum cleaner in these
Well,
videos.
that's the thing. I had a thought, and that thought only came to me yesterday. We might have even had and already watched a vacuum cleaner on the show. And it's a tape that if they turn back up, we can watch a second time today because we like watching this tape. And I'm going to put it on. I know exactly
what tape you're talking about.
I'm going to put it on before we watch anything else. Because I think there's a vacuum cleaner in it.
I don't know if there is, but I'm willing to watch it to find out.
If there is, we'll play it a second time if anyone turns up. If there isn't, then we won't. We say, we tried.
It's just doing our best,
It's a high-pressure cleaner system, and I think they hook it up to a vacuum cleaner. If not, a reverse vacuum cleaner, which is those obnoxious things that they blow leaves around with, right?
Well, that's kind of the opposite of a vacuum cleaner, isn't it?
Yeah, reverse vacuum cleaner. It's close. Look, we don't have a tape collection of millions and millions of tapes. We just have some interesting stuff when we're going through them, and it should last us a year or two.
It's going to last us more than a year, I think.
Well, the good ones are only going to last us a short
Some of them are very long.
Yeah, we'll start doing one video an episode soon. Yeah!
That stock footage guy would probably like this.
Yeah.
Then again, I think all he cares about is image name.
It looks like a vacuum cleaner.
What?
Not yet. Dogs! Just because I got up to change the tape doesn't mean you can come and learn it.
You have a music video to enjoy.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we get this into the Triple J Hottest 100 if we make a slight remix of it?
Slight remix.
I've barely changed it.
Just put a record scratch every now and then, and someone going, yeah!
Or just at the end, so that we don't actually interfere with the song itself.
So it plays all through naturally, and then at the end it goes, yeah!
It's the best remix.
It's so sweet.
I would love to turn like a music video TV show, and just this is playing. Like MTV suddenly cuts to this. And again, MTV doesn't play music video.
No. So then for the remix we'd have to have, instead of, yeah, we'd have to go, I'm only 10 and I'm pregnant. Or something like that, right?
Or just do some biped watching.
Shut up, I am a firework.
You're not a firework. I love these things. It's coming back, by the way.
Sounds good.
There's a movie, and I think they're doing a series as well.
Are they going to get the Red Hot Chili Willies to do the soundtrack?
Kind of hope not.
I kind of hope not too. Well, look at all these attachments. One of them has to be a vacuum cleaner.
One of them does look like a vacuum cleaner head.
To the left, it looks like a vacuum cleaner.
The funny thing about that comment is that we don't even know if there's actually a vacuum cleaner in the tape. This is my favourite bit. This is the part of the song where you say to your friend while you're listening to it, oh, this is the best part. Shh. we had lots of viewers, I would definitely do a remix contest.
What with the viewers or just you versus me?
Oh, I couldn't remix the shit.
Neither could I, but that's what would make it funny, right?
Well, we could do that then. If you want to do it, let's do it.
Fine.
I'm also exhausted. Taking care of a baby and trying to find a fucking house to move into.
What is this?
Oh! Oh! What about the excess water? What are you going to suck that up with?
More water.
Wait.
Scrubber. I want a Henry the Hoover cartoon adventure. Don't have that.
That would be really cool. You know that McDonald's VHS we have?
Yeah.
Found out that one of them in that series that was like 6 something was apparently like less than last time.
Oh, cool.
I'd find it hilarious if it was the one that we had.
It's not good.
No, it wouldn't be, but it would be funny if it was. Like we'd been sitting on it for 10 years and I've been like searching for it.
No, I've seen parts of it now, another thing. Oh. Unplug it. Turn it off.
Challenge is we have to add vocals to the song.
The song goes, there's no vacuum cleaner in this song. Oh, is that a vacuum cleaner?
It looks like a vacuum cleaner.
It's a leaf vacuum cleaner.
That counts. That counts.
It's a leaf
This is an advertisement for a vacuum cleaner.
Did it. Done it.
High standards returned.
Oh, look!
That's a vacuum
That's
cleaner.
that's not even us stretching. That's a vacuum cleaner. Yes, we did it!
We officially stuck to the requested theme.
And there you go, vacuum cleaner.
That is an actual indoor vacuum cleaner now.
Hey, check it out. We've got a vacuum cleaner on the video.
We had requested a vacuum cleaner video, now there's a vacuum cleaner on the video.
Yeah!
We're men of our words.
We did it.
Dang!
It was touch and go there for a little bit.
It took 5 minutes.
Oh, and I like that Kapoot said, oh my god, cleaning, because the next video is also a cleaning video. It's not a vacuum cleaner, but it's a cleaner.
Not only did they get the cleaning they requested, they got more cleaning.
Yeah, we're getting more. Yeah, we got some more cleaning. There's some steam cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
We had some high pressure hoses.
Oh, the best kind. Welcome back.
Yay.
Good to have you.
Had hints around the home run. That didn't have a vacuum cleaner yet.
You true hate everyone like.
That's why
either
we
hates
need
cleaning
That's
or
why we need the
them.
gadgets to help us. Hey.
When's the next edit from GmbH? Let me just rewind that.
We don't need to clean properly if we have gadgets to do it for us. We just need, like, I've been truly thinking about getting one of those little Google RoboVacs. Like the original ones, I'm like, oh, that just looks like an annoying piece of shit. But now that they can sync up to my phone and say, please empty me, instead of me having to pay attention to it or it going ding dong in my ear, like, oh, okay, and then I empty it out, and then it'll just go on its merry way, picking up dog hair. I seriously want to spend a couple $100 on that.
I just want a quiet vacuum cleaner. I hate noise.
I hate noise too, especially lawnmowers, considering I have an electric lawnmower and it goes like this.
Lawnmowers, man.
And because I know mine can go, and when I hear from like 10 blocks away, I think, you're a jerk. Go bugger off. Alright. So the next tape that we've got is called Smart Drive. And you can't see crap in this. So you would think, I didn't actually pull it.
The lighting?
No, sorry, you don't need to see it. It does have a little logo, and it's off-printed a little bit, so it doesn't quite go on the spine.
Someone knocked the printer or like pulled the paper out slightly.
Yeah, absolutely. It says an information video for you, your family, and friends. So I didn't know what this was. I didn't pull it out for the vehicles one. I didn't check it then. I pulled it out when we did the computers episode. So we still have 2 different Windows 98 videos that we haven't watched. So we can, and I know that we have to watch them both separately because they're so long. But I pulled this one out for computers because I thought Drive, maybe that's got something to do with electronics. And then after I watched it, I kept it in the computers video section because, this is about a chip. It's a computer chip. It's a computer chip inside a washing machine.
Cool.
That tells your washing machine how to drive your washing machine nice. And they just go into great detail about spinning the washing machine round and round.
Morning, Craig. What's up, dude?
We're going to watch a washing machine video now.
We're just cleaning the house, basically.
Yeah, and then we're going to make sure that it's safe.
As much as cleaning sucks, though, if you've ever played Visceral Cleanup Detail, you'll know.
No, I 100%ed that. I loved it. I couldn't help it. I had like a dirty house, and I'm like, I'm just going to go play Visceral Cleanup Detail. And then I cleaned the house in that instead.
What it do?
It does the thing. It gyrates inside the machine. By
You just have to watch a little bit and you'll see.
Oh, look at them kind of blurry flying windows. That's so nice.
Fisher & Paykel is an Australasian whiteware and electronics manufacturer, and for many years they've been pioneers in appliance technology.
Ooh.
Founded in 1934 by Sir Wolf Fisher and Maurice Paykel, the company today is run by the son of one of the founders, Gary Paykel.
Gary.
Fisher & Paykel is proud to present one of the world's most intelligent washing machines, Smart Drive. In the early 1980s, they set out to create the best top-loading auto washer in the world.
What was it called again? You weren't watching? Come on.
Their researchers attached
we need
an
to pad
agitator
these
to a
out because they're
computer
very short.
to
Watch the jump between she says what it's called and then what it's actually called.
washing machines, Smart Drive. In the early 1980s, they set out to create the best top-loading
Love the line. They're
washer in the
like, we don't
world.
have enough for like a whole
Their
other
researchers
go.
attached an agitator to a
Just
computer
cut.
Just
to
we'll
determine
cut
the
it there.
best
We'll
way
say
to wash
Smart Drive
different
again.
fabrics and load sizes.
See, computer
They
chips.
programmed the knowledge
I was gonna put
acquired
this in the
from
computer
tons of
episode.
washing into a
It is a computer.
microprocessor incorporated
not a
into an
vacuum
electronic
cleaner, but it's a
drive
cleaner.
system in the world's first fully
And I
electronic
suppose there's a
washing
vacuum
machine.
inside it to get
Smart
the water
Drive
to
uses
suck out.
smart
right?
electronics to drive a
Well,
variable
have to be,
speed
right?
smart motor developed by Fisher & Paykel specifically for their auto washers.
It counts for me.
Electronic control replaces
But,
most of the
um,
mechanical functions
You know, it
in
might
conventional
be able to.
machines.
You never know.
and
Latori,
eliminates the
24
need
months in
for
a
a conventional
row.
mechanical
Ultimately, I
transmission.
think that it probably could.
It
play
allows
them.
the machine to monitor
I
its
would
own
think so.
performance across a
long as you
range of
can get
functions
a
to deliver a
display up.
superior wash result.
A superior.
Hope work is going well, Tori.
Conventional washing machines have remained largely unchanged since their introduction in the 1940s.
Oh, I
A
hear.
single-speed or dual-speed
New Zealand in
motor
there.
is connected
New
through a
Zealand.
gearbox, V-belt, pulley and clutch to an agitator or pulgitator, whose action is controlled only by switching the motor on or off. Pulgitator systems, common in top-loading
You could
auto
probably say the
washers,
same
have
thing about me on
low-profile
a bad
vanes
day.
which generate water movement at the
But I'm
base
an
of the bowl
agitator
by
that's
spinning backwards
controlled
and
by switching
forwards.
my motor on
This
and
creates
off.
a whirlpool effect which drags the clothes through the water. An electronic or mechanical timer in the controls
wish I had a-
determines
Ooh,
the sequence of
I wanna
wash actions
rewind and
by
watch
switching
things.
the
This is
motor
a
on
really
or
cool-
off
actually, the
for
next one's gonna
varying
be even
lengths
better.
of time.
Can we just acknowledge the animation on this washing machine when it lands and the lid bounces?
Drags the clothes through the water.
Watch the lid bounce.
An electronic or mechanical timer in the controls determines the
Why did they
sequence of
make that
wash
happen?
actions by
Because the
switching
animator
motor
was
on
a
or
real
off
animator
for
and they were
varying
bored.
lengths of time.
Same reason why they put that blue.
The difference in pulgitator
light
actions
there.
is simply determined by the length of time the motor is either on or off. However,
we see
the
any
one or
panties?
two speeds of the motor
I see some bright
limit the
pink
pulgitator to one or two speeds. Smart Drive
those hot ones
replaces the
look like
mechanical
panties.
transmissions of conventional washers with a smart variable
don't
speed motor
See, this
directly
thing, this is
connected
what
to
they
the
used to watch that
agitator
horse,
by a single stainless
running
steel
on.
shaft. With no V-belts, pulleys or gears, the Smart Drive system has fewer moving parts than any other auto washer. With no energy losses associated with such parts, it's one of the most energy-efficient washers in the world.
Like one of those
Smart electronics in the
perpetual motion
console control
That would
the
be
action
cool.
of the motor and therefore
Sharp.
the agitator. The agitator system uses vanes to push clothes through the water, gently circulating them. The speed, acceleration and length of every stroke is controlled to maximise soil removal but minimise wear and tear. There's an infinite variety
I used
of
to have this
agitator
as a,
actions to ensure the
as a
best
screensaver,
wash
like on Windows 95.
My favourite was always the
agitator
maze.
actions that vary with the
Where you could
cycle and
customise the
water
walls
level
and the floors
selected,
and it looked like
adjust automatically
Wolfenstein.
to the load size. This is made possible by continuous two-way communication between the motor
Continuous?
and electronics,
Ooh.
in the same way that the human
Lawnmower
brain
man.
communicates with the hand.
Why did they do
The
that?
motor, unlike blindly automatic systems, communicates
washing
its
the
own performance
clothes.
to the electronics
I
during
guess
the
that's
wash.
what that was meant
Through
to
the
be.
agitator, the electronic brain senses the size and distribution of the wash load. The electronics
these,
then
like,
respond
uncut
by
parts from
fine-tuning the
Lawnmower Man?
agitator
There has to be,
actions
right?
and the water level
This
to
is the
suit the
sequel.
wash conditions.
No, I saw the sequel. But
The real
Unlike
sequel.
conventional washers that half fill the bowl on the lowest level, Smart Drive's lowest water level begins right from the base of the agitator. Now this minimises water wastage associated with
agitator's
washing
not a
small
good word.
loads.
It has
And
real
the bonus
negative
is the built-in
connotations.
experience of the microprocessor
Yeah.
actually allows you to wash articles that you would previously have washed by hand.
previously washed by hand. Can you imagine when they brought all this stuff out? Like old people that really were into like washing by hand, and they got told to get the new thing, and they got told it's an agitator. It's like, I don't want my clothes agitated. I'll wash it by hand, thank you.
I'll bet that happened.
I know so many nonas.
Your washer doesn't have the shaft. You live in the future.
Agitator action and water level, Smart Drive mixes incoming hot and cold water to
Incoming.
exactly
People used to
pre-programmed
wash
temperatures.
clothes in
Now this
petrol.
helps optimise detergent performance to deliver
it would
you the
kill
best
germs,
wash possible,
You've
as
got to
well
be
as
extra
protecting your
flammable.
clothes. For example,
least it's not a
performance of
urine-based
detergents in
system.
cold water drops off considerably beneath 20 degrees Celsius. By selecting
I
the
mean, if I could
controlled
use my
cold
peak power
option,
things.
Smart Drive will add small amounts of hot water when necessary
drink
to
a whole lot more
maintain
water.
that temperature at 20 degrees, optimising wash performance in cold water. Water is a precious resource, and using the water saver option, Smart Drive uses
That's beautiful,
less water to the
precious.
normal cycle than most other top-loading washers. When water saver is selected, water savings are achieved through a unique shower rinsing method. A series of multiple shower rinses and
really
spins
unique?
flush water through the
Sounds like
clothes with the assistance of a
witchcraft to me.
specially designed nozzle. But remember, fabric softener can't be used when water saver is
Take
selected.
off. 3.
The fast 1000 RPM spin leaves your clothes noticeably drier, saving you time and energy when using a tumble dryer. Smart Drive is also capable of slower speeds for more delicate items. Top suspension with water-filled balance rings at the top and bottom on the inner bowl maintains stability during spin. If the load is out of balance, Smart Drive can be programmed to automatically correct itself before alerting the user.
Ease of use.
As well as delivering good wash performance, smart controls are easier to use. Soft touch controls communicate with sight, sound and touch. Simply select from a choice of cycles and push start. It's that easy. Program safeguards will prevent you from selecting
Pretty
options that might damage your clothes. Smart Drive will beep to notify you that the cycle is complete. The number of beeps is even adjustable.
Oh,
The favourite
Wow.
cycle button allows you to
All
pre-program your most
Do I have
commonly
30?
used wash cycle so that it
30
can be
beeps?
selected at the touch of a
Yes.
button. In a similar fashion, you can program
Is
your
this her tape?
preferred options into any of the wash cycle buttons.
should we go on?
Did we get
So
this from
they
you?
will be
To
selected
visit-
whenever you choose that cycle.
to visit?
Smart Drive has
James'
permanent
mum
memory,
and
so
have
all
a
those
look at his
programmed
mum's washer.
features will be remembered by your
And we'll
machine,
press it, and
even
we'll
when unplugged
organise it
from
so
the
that
wall.
it beeps 100
It also gives
times
you the
instead of
flexibility
twice.
to manage your washing
Uh-oh.
around your time constraints. The time saver button allows you to shorten the
That's
wash
a prank.
cycle for lightly soiled
Just give a
articles.
tape time
Delay
prank war.
start will delay delay the wash
have
cycle
to be
for up
on
to 9
strangers.
hours. And for heavily soiled articles, soak allows
But it
enzyme
has to be
soaking for 2
VHS
hours
related. It has to
at the
relate
end
back
of the
to
wash
something that
cycle
we watched.
before rinsing commences. Where creasing is a
I'll just-
concern, the
I'll
slow
just ring up
spin
that
speeds or
trampoline lady
spin
again
hold
and just
options
breathe
can be
heavily into
selected.
the phone.
Lint, once removed from the bowl by the pumping action of the agitator,
What's
can't
that got
re-enter
relation
and
to
is
other than
flushed
the fact
out
you're calling
with the
her?
wastewater.
And it didn't get through. They're doing a prank on the trampoline lady.
She didn't even
Simplicity is a
hear
key
breathing.
feature
She
of
heard
smart drive
nothing.
She'll hear it this
design.
time.
Fewer moving parts
I think I
means
might have figured out
greater
what the problem
inherent
was, by the way. I just need to do some
reliability.
tests.
A part that's not there can't fail. Design innovation
fail.
and less components have dramatically improved electronic reliability
Because a
since the
similar thing happened
introduction
to
of
me
Fisher
yesterday
&
while I
Paykel's
was
first
on
fully
the
electronic
phone.
washer in
Where suddenly my
1985.
speakerphone wasn't working. I
Simple
think I
faults
figured out
not
what
requiring a
did it,
service
so I'll have to
technician
play around with
can be
it.
diagnosed using the
fact that
light
it's,
display and
I
the
think it
use
has
in
something to
care
do with
box.
Crazy
apps.
Chinese
The
knockoff.
extensive use of
has
durable
something to do with
materials,
certain
zinc-coated
apps.
pre-painted
Crazy Chinese
steel,
knockoff apps.
stainless steel and plastic
No, I think
also
Discord
eliminates
might do
the risk
something.
of corrosion.
have
Maintaining the
Discord, I
appearance of your smart
Let's do a
drive is
test
made
time.
easier by the flat
are we
touch
testing?
panel
Yeah, what are we testing?
and
Oh, yeah, you
removable
are.
lid and
phone test?
agitator,
Not now. We're not
which
testing
allow
it
for
now.
easy
not on-
cleaning.
Get your hand out of that! I've seen too many horror
Smart
movies.
Drive marries electronic sophistication with mechanical simplicity.
Don't
Apart from
do
being super reliable,
this!
the use of innovative technology has provided a washer that's
It's
easier to
turned
use,
on us.
gives you cleaner and drier clothes while using
We made
less
it too
water and energy.
smart.
I know you will enjoy it. Congratulations on making a smart decision.
I was going to say, is that the whole thing? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, nearly.
Now let's take a look at how best to use your Smart Drive.
Yeah.
Before operating your machine, ensure that you remove the bowl packer and transit restraint
What?
at the base of the cabinet.
The bowl
After having removed the bottom cardboard packer, ensure that you fit the
quick
4 rubber
question.
inserts
Can I
into
fuck
the
it?
adjustable feet on the base of the machine.
That's a robot
To
chicken
unscrew
thing, yeah?
the transit restraint
Oh,
from
is
the
it?
bowl assembly, rotate the
never really
agitator
worked on
anti-clockwise
Kärcher.
for 3
They had
revolutions.
that Android.
Make sure the drain
Tried to
hose is
fuck the
directed
washing
into the
machine.
tub or standpipe using the
Now I
drain
want to
hose
watch it. That
guide.
sounds hilarious.
The hose must be 850 millimetres to 1200 millimetres high
Put it
to
in
stop the
there,
water
yeah.
siphoning out of the machine. Place the filtered sealing washers into the straight end of the hose and connect to the taps.
Just what is a hose?
Place sealing
anyway?
washers into the elbow ends of the plastic inlet hoses and connect to the machine.
Lead a hose in.
Now, if you have a cold water
it's
supply
squeaky.
only,
Oil
an
that.
inlet cap must be fitted to the hot inlet valve. Check that the hoses aren't kinked or twisted, as this
They're
may
not
result
what?
in the connections loosening over time. Make sure that these connections are properly
Are you being
tightened.
racist?
Turn on
Yeah.
the water and check the hose connections
Or
for
at
leaks.
least,
Now move the machine to its final position. Level your machine by adjusting the levelling feet. Use the
Accent
bench,
just-
cupboards, sinks or walls as a
suppose
guide
that's
to
the
check
same
that your
thing.
machine is level. Now there should be at least 20 millimetres clearance on either
you
side
can
of the
tell 20
machine.
millimetres by
The
shoving your
inner
hand
bowl
in
should
there.
sit slightly forward of the centre of the
Yep,
top
20
deck,
millimetres.
looking into the machine. This will stop the machine
need to
having
get a tattoo that
premature
is
out
like
of
a
balance
measurement.
faults.
Up your arm.
When loading, sort your load according to garment
see
and
what she's
fabric
wearing.
types,
What
colour,
she wearing-
linting
washing her
properties,
husband's
and level of
clothes.
soiling. Remember,
I'm being
do up
sexist
those
as well.
zips and hooks and have a quick look inside the pockets.
You always
Things
gotta
like
look
nails,
inside the
Those
pocket.
clothes-
keys, coins,
I just-
and the like, as these things can damage your auto
Generally.
washer and your garments.
Like,
Place the
clean
garments
anyway.
evenly around the agitator. Measure out your detergent using the manufacturer's instructions
no.
as a guide, and pour the washing powder.
Oh, yes?
This is already a Fisher and Paykel advertisement video or something, and now they're advertising exactly, Persil,
Yeah.
washing powder, so they're getting an extra money on top to advertise on their advertisement.
Why wouldn't they? They might even own that brand.
Oh, you think Fisher and Paykel have their own washing detergent? Sounds cool.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She didn't turn the jeans inside out. What? That's a thing?
No,
Really?
that's not a thing.
Also, I've never put washing powder into the center pipe.
Shirts are more likely to fade if you don't have them inside out, but I don't think jeans get like...
I mean, either way, my clothes turn inside out when I take them off because I'm just awkward that way. I've never done that.
The amount of detergent that you'll need not only depends on the size of the load, but the amount of soil in it. For a heavily soiled load, you may need to
The
add
amount
more
of
detergent,
soil.
and for a lightly
So,
Or as
soiled
we
load,
like to
are you
call
saying
it,
I can
poopy
use...
stage.
I was
to
gonna
check
say,
that
does
you've
that mean
added the
that I
correct
can
amount
use
of
it as a
detergent,
toilet
lift
as
the
well?
lid halfway through the wash,
Soil.
and check
Like
the
if
foam
everyone in the
levels.
house
As long as
is
you
sick,
put
When the correct
quite a
amount
lot
of detergent is
detergent.
used, a
and
thin
the kid
layer
is
of foam
on,
will be
you know,
visible.
is on one
If
of
you
the
can't see
toilets
any
and
foam at
Tori's on
all,
the other,
you
then
probably need to add
I
more
can use
detergent. If
the
there's so
one.
much
Two
foam that you
toilets?
can't see your
That's gonna
clothes,
be a problem
then you'll
for us.
probably need to use less next time. If you'd like to use fabric
My two
softener,
toilets
put it
are
in the
one
dispenser
where
on the
Sam
top
goes,
of the
and
agitator
one
stem.
which was a tree that I go when I need to pee.
But remember, fabric softener won't dispense using the water saver option.
You're
We
using the
recommend
water
if you
saver
do
option on
use
the
fabric
toilet,
softener
opening on the
that
tree
you clean
instead.
the dispenser when the cycle
I
is
don't like
finished
flushing when I
and do
pee
a
anyway.
warm or hot wash approximately every
Yeah, but if
5
you like
cycles.
pee 10 times without
Your
flushing,
machine
it's
should
gonna start
always
to
be
stink a bit.
used with the
That's when you give it a
dispenser in
courtesy
place,
flush, yeah.
even if
Yeah.
you're not using fabric softener,
you're peeing on a
to stop
tree.
small
Also
items falling
asparagus.
down the centre.
Yeah, asparagus is not fun.
I like it.
There are 5 different water temperatures
mind
in
it.
this model. Hot, which is 60 degrees Celsius.
Although I'm one of
warm
those,
hot,
those
50
weirdos
degrees.
who like, if I'm
Warm, 40
having
degrees.
vegetables,
Warm cold,
they
35
need
degrees
to be, like,
Celsius. Or cold, which is
completely
straight out of the
soft
tap.
from steaming.
Oh, God,
While
I
you
fried
can
them
manually
butter.
select
I
one of
don't like
5
that
water
butter.
levels only
Yeah,
in this
no butter
model,
for me,
the
please.
auto water level option automatically
oil?
adjusts the water level to
Maybe.
the load size.
No, I like to steam
As the
them.
water fills the bowl, Smart
they're
Drive
just
will
completely
sense the
soft.
load through
just
the
want
agitator,
mush.
checking to see if
Yeah,
the
I
correct
prefer
amount of
mousse. I
water
don't
has
like
been added.
crunching on vegetables.
There are also
okay.
3 spin speeds, 300,
Especially like broccoli.
700
Look at you
and
telling me you're gonna look at
1000
me and now you're giving me
RPM.
your, like,
Spin
list of
hold will
recipes.
hold before spinning
You
for
already
drip
know my
dry
list of
garments.
recipes. We fucking lived together
To avoid the
decades
possibility
ago.
of
My
accidental
diet's
damage
changed
to your
quite a
clothes,
lot in 10
there are
years,
a few
alright?
options that your washer just
Mine
won't
hasn't.
accept on some wash cycles. For example, you can't select
Okay.
a hot wash for delicate, permanent press or wool.
I mean, I still remember how to make a meat car.
Special wash options include
That wasn't
soak,
really a-
time saver, and delay start.
I remember it
When you're in a
vividly.
hurry or the clothes to be
But I
washed are
remember the
only
fallout
lightly
more
soiled,
than I
you
remember
may
the
want to
end.
use the
Order us
time
Domino's
saver
pizza
option.
and put
The
extra
wash,
on
rinse,
top.
and spin times are
Mushroom.
reduced.
Yeah.
The advance button can also be used to reduce the wash cycle time to just rinse and spin or spin only. The time saver option can be turned on or off at any time during the cycle. Selecting soak
You wanna save
will
time?
soak your
You can
garments
stop
for
the
2
time
hours at the
saving
end of the
time
wash cycle.
saver.
You may also use this as a sud save option.
Why would you be
Consult
in
your
such a-
use and
a
care
rush?
book for further details. Using spin hold when doing a deep rinse also allows you to
only have one
conserve the
shirt?
rinse water for the next wash. Selecting delay start
Well, then
will delay the
work
start
should
of your
provide
wash
you with
cycle
another
by
fucking
1,
shirt.
3 or 9
You deal with the
hours.
fact it's a bit stinky or stained.
There are a
Maybe
number
donate
of
your
ways
spaghetti
in
while
which
you
you
wear
can
your work shirt.
pre-program your smart drive.
And I used
You
to
can
always
program
have
your
a
most
shirt
commonly
underneath,
used wash.
so no matter how much I would sweat.
Sorry, when you said that, I just envisioned you at APCO with like a plate of spaghetti, and you've taken off your shirt and you're sitting there topless. And it's like, it's my lunch break.
Well, I didn't care. Like, I did show up to work with stained shirts and stuff because I didn't.
But that's just what
give a
popped into
shit.
my head that you just pull it off, eat spaghetti. That's my lunch break.
I cared so little while I was there by the end.
But then all those spaghetti stains would be on the inside of your shirt when you put the shirt back on after you've done this with the spaghetti sauce. Yeah, it's all good. Smart.
However,
drive
you can
cycle.
also pre-program wash options into any of the cycle buttons.
Pre-programming.
To
See,
program
can do
favourite or other cycle buttons,
We just gotta press
hold the
buttons
cycle
in the right
button down
order.
until it gives you 2 quick beeps and the cycle light flashes.
You just got to program it to beep when
Select
you
your
pass the
preferred
level,
wash options
so that you
and
know,
press the
'cause when you
cycle
can't
button
see,
again.
right?
Your selections are now stored in the machine's memory and will be remembered even if your machine is switched off at the wall. To change your pre-programmed options, repeat these steps.
Remembers.
It's learning.
Oh, here we go. Secondary
If you'd like
programming.
to change the pre-programmed options on the machine, you may do so through the secondary level of programming.
Wow.
Entering secondary
that's
programming
advanced.
mode changes the function of the panel buttons, so you can adjust settings not covered in the normal panel selections. To enter the secondary programming mode, when the machine is in the off position, press Start, Pause and
It'll be
hold down.
loud.
Then press Power. You'll hear 3 quick beeps.
And then press in
You
succession.
now have access to the secondary
Up,
programming options.
up,
You can
down,
switch on automatic out of
down,
balance recovery with the
left,
heavy duty button.
right,
Change the numbers of final
left,
beeps with the wash
right,
option button.
time
Adjust the
saver,
shower
soak,
rinse water volume
up,
with the water level
stop.
button and adjust rinse procedures with the spin speed button.
And then you'll have
Adjust the
99 lives.
pre-programmed water temperatures by selecting the water temperature you require and using the advanced button to increase the temperature by 1 degree per light.
Whoa, we're doing
And
hard
adjust
mode now?
auto water
Yeah.
level settings
Not sure I'm into
by
hard
using
mode.
the wash cycle buttons.
Advanced. You want to go back
Having
to
major
delicate?
adjustments,
Yeah, I'll
press
stay on
power
delicate, please.
to return to normal mode. Your smart drive
Did you
will
see
remember
that?
these adjustments
Oh my god,
even
did you
when
see that? Come on.
What? You're just rewinding for no reason now. She pressed a button.
Yeah.
having major
Oh, look,
adjustments. Press power.
She doesn't have to
return
look to
normal
press it.
mode.
She had to
Smart
look to
drive
see
will
where it
remember these
was.
adjustments
She
even when
didn't even
unplugged.
know.
Sorry.
She did.
Cutting this one out.
Once in operation, the smart drive might sound just a little bit different to any machine you may have had before.
It was a good button
You'll
press.
hear the motor pulse
Turned
before
to
agitate
look at
and
where
spin.
it was.
Your auto washer is checking there's enough water in
made
the
you
bowl
laugh.
before agitating, and that the water is drained before spinning.
Not like I'm agitating.
If your machine is beeping continuously,
You need
or
to say
giving a
shit like
short
that for the
burst of
live
beeps,
show.
refer to your use and care book.
Never.
Smart
Need to get my
technology
practice.
has been used to give you the best wash performance possible,
is live.
making your machine easy to use.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Stage show.
Well, the stage show has to be like
To complement your
so
smart
precise.
drive, Fisher
gonna
and
be
Paykel
so
also
much
have
fun.
the
I don't even care if
ED56
it,
dryer,
sucks
both
and
energy
no one
saving
likes it.
and convenient. The
What are we gonna do
ED56
after, like,
automatically
5 years,
senses
or-
the dryness of your
No,
clothes
I
and will
guess
stop
like
once they're dry.
we just have to
It
start.
can do this at 5
working on
dryness
it until
levels
it's
and 2
ready.
drying temperatures. The
I'm sure we can
ED56
find
even
some
has a
regular on the
delayed
bar
start
that would
feature
happily have
for
us.
off-peak
Yeah,
drying.
the Nash. Wait, no, that's dead. Never mind.
Rip and dash.
Fisher and Paykel
Thieves, maybe.
manufacture a full range of laundry, refrigeration and cooking products, and they can all be purchased from your local dealer. Now, if you have any further queries or problems at all concerning any Fisher and Paykel products, don't hesitate to call the customer care centre. Thanks for buying a smart drive. I know you'll enjoy it.
You already said that.
You will have received your Smart Drive warranty card with your washer.
Best bit.
It is very important that you complete and return this
Make
card.
sure to fill up.
It validates your warranty
stuff.
and extends it a further year.
Good afternoon, Fisher & Paykel Customer Care, Brent speaking.
Also, if you have any queries or problems concerning your washing
was that
machine,
about?
refer to your use
I
and
guess
care
that
booklet
was them
or
trying
talk
to
to your
say
dealer.
our.
It shouldn't be a problem.
That's fine.
Yeah,
okay, I
they're
can
just
recommend a
promoting their
company
customer
for you.
service.
Probably the best thing we can do to help you there.
As a member of
It
Fisher and
shouldn't be a
Paykel's
problem.
family now,
It's fine.
you can call the customer care centre
Thanks,
for
customer
advice
care.
or operating instructions. In fact, just about anything.
Nice. Fisher and Paykel, the innovators.
I feel.
The contents of this program are copyright. No one other afraid. You could have told us before we watched it. Oh, god damn it!
That's their fault.
That's totally their fault. I hold no responsibility.
We should put a warning like that at the end of every episode. You may not watch this.
Ever. I thought we were gonna do the.
Just put that. I'll do it
Peanut
eventually.
movie.
Eventually, I'm just going to redo the whole intro and stuff. And when I redo everything, I'll. Which is after
With new
I
clips.
move. After I move, we'll.
Yeah, you've been
sort it out.
sitting there for ages. Oh, did you enjoy watching washing machines?
It was not a bad tape.
It wasn't.
It was not a bad tape at all.
I think the tapes that I've chosen today are very indicative of the things that we look for and enjoy the most out of these things.
Yeah.
Which is terrible instructionals that have enough stupid shit in it to not be boring, and the presenters always have something interesting about them that makes them not quite normal. Which, here you go. You seem to be lacking.
Oh, look at that.
Which brings us to the next tape. Absolutely 100% clicks these whole everything about it. So this is a cutting hair tape.
Oh, this is cutting hair.
This is cutting hair. Did you remember watching cutting hair?
I
or
do.
just-
I remember
Okay.
watching it. I remember actually getting it, and I remember.
So, yeah, we actually got this off my aunt and uncle.
Yes.
Yeah, out of their collection. We got their entire collection of videos. It's by Breville. Like,
Of course it is.
they make cheese irons. They make toasted cheese sandwiches. That's what
That's what
Breville
they're
does.
most known for, I feel. But yeah, they do other stuff. I'm pretty
So
sure.
yeah, this is a how to cut family's hair cutting kit demonstration. The person who is introducing the video is like the proprietor of the company. And she has never been on camera before in her life. Every now and then you'll see her do a little eye sideward movement, and she flubs so many lines.
Oh, brilliant.
So this is one to listen to for sure. It's awkward. There are kids getting their hair actually cut in this video.
We've got 6 kids and half an hour. Let's bang this video out.
2 kids, 1 family.
Oh, boy.
The duration of the video is 15 minutes, so about half an hour to an hour, yeah, definitely, to bang it out. And you can only cut their hair once, and there's only 2 kids, right?
Yeah, they had to get it all done as quickly and as effectively as possible.
Yeah, 100%.
Before they ran out of kids.
Crazy little tape. Also, they're really good when they go for like under 20 minutes. I like those ones a lot.
Yeah, instructionals, just when they're long, they're
Like,
boring.
stop instructing me. Like, maybe we can pause this and come back to it later. Maybe we should do that with some longer instructionals. Like, only watch like the
We're
first
probably going to have
chapter
to.
and
Like,
stuff
there are
that.
some... No, it's more just... From memory, we have, like, a tape series.
We have
That is,
one
like,
that's
12 hours long, right?
2 episodes. One is 4.5 hours. The other one's 1.5 hours. James gave us that one. This is the best bit. Oh yeah, back that up. That needs to be on our intro instead of the white fuzz. Get rid of that. Whatever music you put on, put that in.
Just the whole intro.
That'll get
Please
everybody
note that Breville offers a range of hair cutting kits, and the one used in this demonstration may not necessarily be the one which you have purchased.
Aww.
Different models have either 2 or 4 trim guides. The guides may either clip or slide onto the handpiece. Some models have more extras, such as a storage bag, an automatic blade adjustment lever, a neck brush, or a cape.
A cape?
However,
Okay.
the hair cutting techniques and hints shown in this demonstration apply equally well, irrespective of the model you use.
Irrespective.
Cape.
I think that might be the only time I've ever heard
Hi,
that
I'm
word
Leslie from
ever.
Breville, and today I'm here to tell you just how easy
Irrespective.
it is to cut your whole family's hair with our new Breville hair
Look at
cutting
those side
kit.
looks. I
It
love
comes
it.
in a lovely,
Already.
easy to carry or storage
So
case.
uncomfortable with this
It
whole
comes
thing.
with professional hair clippers. It
Yeah.
has cutting
tell she loves
guides
a cheese
from
toasty
1 to
sandwich,
3.
though.
Yeah.
They are to determine the length of the hair that you want trimmed. That's
pretty sure
number
ours
1,
is
number
actually
2,
a
and
Breville.
number 3. It comes with oil to oil the
Yeah, an
blade
actual
and very
brand.
professional hair scissors, and also a very
Professional.
informative instruction book. And today we have the Brown family. and
Hey,
Guy, who's
he
the
looks like Jim
hairdresser,
Henson.
will
Hi,
show you
Browns.
just how easy it is to do.
The
Before
brown
you
father
start,
just saw her
Take
skip
off
on her
your
line and went,
protective
"You
cover
put it
from
again?"
your clipper. And always start with your largest trim guide. And that will be number 3 in your kit. Shows you
your
how easy it is
That's
to
why
clip
Tori's
on.
always pulling my
We
hair
use
out.
the largest trim guide so as it won't
goes
take
to
off
the
too
small
much hair.
Yeah.
If you start with number 1, it will take off perhaps too much hair to what you want. So it's best to
you
start
look
with
like
your
this.
largest trim guide and then work
I wanted
down.
to go shorter, but Tori
Now
wasn't
Di's
interested.
going to begin hair cutting.
She's
I've
the
got a
best.
She has
straight
put her
razor.
number 3 trim guide
She's the
on, and
boss.
she'll
We can give
start
you a
at the
reverse
nape of
mohawk.
the neck and hold the clipper against
Well, someone's got to
the
have
neck.
the mohawk so we can, do the Road Warriors thing. Where when we butt heads, it
She
makes
will
a full head
use
of hair.
upward movements and bringing the clipper out, as you can see what Di's doing.
Good job, Di.
Up and out.
Up and down.
Always use those upward
Is he playing
movements
this Game Boy?
and out. Hold the clipper
Is
against
it a
the
Breville Game Boy?
nape.
He's playing
and up
Catch the Toasted
and
Cheese
out.
Sandwich.
Brilliant.
Now he's enjoying the cone of silence in his cake. Did you just see that?
Oh,
Ouch!
that was uncomfortable. He didn't enjoy that one bit.
Always stand directly behind your haircut.
He was definitely promised like a
Di's
Happy
now
Meal
going
or
to come
something
around
for
to
doing
near
this.
the ear area. Now, when cutting
But
around
Ma,
the
they
ear,
got the Transformer
always
McDonald's
important
toys.
to hold the
I
ear
want
What-
the
forward
fry
do we know what
unit.
year this
and
was
run
roughly
your
from?
clipper
I
up
don't know.
and
They
out.
always...
If it was Height of Pokemon, it was definitely a Pokemon toy.
No way, this is totally 80s.
This doesn't look 80s to me. This looks 90s.
Alright.
We're
Maybe
cutting
early
on
90s
dry
though.
hair today, Because
So
when
it's
cutting
probably
with
pre-
clippers,
probably
it's better to
pre-Pokemon.
cut
That's probably those
with
Muppet Baby
dry
toys
hair
then.
because you can see the natural fall
Everyone
of
wanted
the
the
hair
Muppet Babies toys.
coming up the sides, the same
haven't got the
movement
great
as you used
Gonzo
at the
yet.
back of the head, up
Still looking.
and out.
Oh, I have
Remembering to
Oh,
hold
okay.
the ear forward. When moving around to the other side, you use the same movement again, up and out, keeping the clipper close to your head.
Oh, this poor child, dude. This poor child.
Hold
he hates
the ear
this.
forward,
Is that some a little bit of
and your
loose skin
guide
on
will
his
do
ear
the
where you
work
got
for you.
clipped ones before? No.
No.
It's just the bend. Bending those ears so much they've gone red. Stop brushing his ear! This is not a professional hairdresser.
I'm just
Let's
waiting
show
for
how easy
I'm waiting
it
for him
is.
to like start the movement of an "Ow, mom!"
Oh.
and then they cut like just before he starts talking or something. He's so
No, but that's
miserable.
the thing.
Movements
He
all
did
the
do
way
that
through your
joke before
haircut.
with
Up
something.
and out.
No, but he cancelled it out. Like I want to see it like it looks like he's going to go all the way,
And then there's a
Now
cut.
you can
That was a
see
cut,
we've
yeah.
trimmed all around the sides and the nape of the hair. Now we're going to use our scissors to do the top.
Brush his ear first.
When using your scissors,
Exactly.
it's easier to dampen the hair. And with your
Whoops.
scissors, you can blend in to your clippers.
That's the weed killer. You got the wrong bottle.
Oops.
Just watch how Di sections the hair.
Cool. I'm watching.
I like how her name is Di and that she's sectioning something. So now it says dissection.
Damn. Dissection.
Hold your comb out as you held your clippers and trim off the excess hair so it will blend into your clipper cut.
Whoops. Oh, that was a bit of a pull.
No one's watched this tape since the 90s.
Di's going
I'm
to
sure.
begin to cut the top of the hair now.
We did.
Like
We
no
wet
copy
the
of this
top of the
tape has
hair
been watched
and we hold the
since
hair
90s.
straight up and trim the amount that you want
Oh,
off
probably not.
We're the only ones.
above the fingers.
Maybe.
Moving forward down the head, hold the hair straight up and trim, using the back piece of hair that you cut first as your guide.
Snip.
It can't be that 90s because otherwise he'd be getting that spike up thing, right?
Wet the hair when
They
cutting
might
with
just do that at the
scissors,
end though.
as it's
We do have
easier
two
for you to
kids.
handle and easier to see.
Easier to see.
He's so
Hold the
bored.
hair up against the hair previously cut
Ma,
as
you
your
made my
guide
ears
and
look
trim
weird.
off above the fingers.
This poor kid.
Moving out to the side, hold
I'm so
the
much
hair
more
straight
interested
out
in him
from the
than I am
side
the
from
rest of the tape.
any angle of the head, pulling the
another
hair
kid, yeah?
straight out
What's that?
We got another kid, yeah?
and cutting on that angle.
I can't see how that one will be
Di's
better,
using.
but I don't know for sure. We will find out.
I mean, this is one of those tapes where we could watch it 3 or 4 times and just focus on something else and it would still be good. Like, because her commentary
Now
is
you can see the head
terrible.
I'm
blending
listening.
in
It's not
where
great.
Di has clipper cut it and scissor cut.
clipper cut and scissor cut.
God, just go pay $10.
Always pulling the hair straight out from the scalp and
That's
use the
hot.
hair that you've previously
Yeah,
cut
unless
as
you're going
your
to get a buzz
guide
cut like you or I,
and trim
to be
above
honest.
the fingers.
So I just get my sides clipped.
Yeah, well,
But if you're going to get a real haircut, I mean, don't do it.
don't bother.
Or take a short course in hairdressing
Straight
and
up
get
from
it
the scalp
like proper, like learn how to do it properly, not just
and use your hair that
whatever
you've
this
previously
is.
cut as your guide.
This might be completely accurate to what you'd learn, but it's
Trim
more
off
just
the
this doesn't
excess.
seem very efficient.
No, it's not. Look, he's got an alfalfa now.
Alfalfa was a nerd. Are you calling that
Di's
done?
now going to change
She
back
just said
to
there you
her
go.
number 1 trim guide, which is the smallest trim guide in your kit.
This kid would have
and
got
just
bullied at school.
finish off the haircut with her number 1 guide.
Your mum does your hair and
She's got
she's
an itchy
showing her
face.
mid ripped off and she's got balloon pants. Yeah, they've got the same haircut. Like mother, like child.
Lord.
As you can see, number 1 takes the hair quite short. So always remember when you are beginning your haircut to use the larger guide and then come down to the smaller guide.
Right. Is that a big bald spot? Oh, he did a thing. Look at that big baldy bit at the back.
The number 1 guide is neatening up the nape of the neck.
There's no needing.
And
Look
the
how
side
jagged
bit.
it is on the side. That's
I'm better
terrible.
get bloody happy over this. He's miserable. This poor child.
Go around his ears. Look, they're all still like tickling his
Now
ear.
you can see that the scissor has blended in with your
Now
clipper
smile,
cut,
you little
and
shit.
you have a nice stylish haircut for your child. Now we're
He
going
was
to
trying
cut
so
the youngest
hard.
of the Brown family, and in this haircut we will be starting off, as I said before, with the largest guide,
Those
that's
side
number
looks
3,
are what get
but
me.
we'll also be featuring the number 2 guide. Now Diane's going to begin cutting. Always remember to use the large guide first.
Okay. Oh.
Remembering to keep the same movements as I said before, up and out, and your guide does the work for you.
Yeah, this kid's already uncomfortable as well.
You doing that?
Stop it. Yeah, it hurts.
Could have made them shampoo and condition their hair first. Then you wouldn't have gotten all these tangles. Look at how he's pulling and stuff.
Okay, Di's still using the
Why don't
number
they make
3
the dad do one?
guide.
Yeah.
She's going to
had
change to
4
number
people.
2 because
Useless
we
fuck.
feel that we want
Yeah.
He's just
the hair
standing
just a little
around.
bit shorter.
want
So number
spoilers?
2 will take
He's
it
going to come in
shorter.
to get his haircut.
Beard.
Oh, he's going to get his beard. Alright.
Yeah, beard.
Alright. Is he going to look as bored as the kids?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Still using the same movement as before, up and out. And we put the number 2 guide on and it'll take the hair just that much shorter.
I wish I had a number 2 guide. That would make things easier.
Number 2.
When moving around to the ear area, remember always hold the ear forward.
There's a TV. There's got to be a
Trim.
TV or something they're watching.
Di's now finishing off with the number 2
Yeah. And they
He
put-
was
guide
not
until we're
looking
changing to the number 3
at nothing
trim
there.
guide,
Like, he
the
was clearly
largest guide in
focused
your
on
kit,
something.
to do the top of the
What do you
head.
think they put on something Disney and oh look at that shoulder hump. Did you see that?
He's over it already. And like, it was worse for this kid because he had to
When
sit there
trimming
while
the
his
top
brother
of
had
the
it
hair,
done.
run the
Yeah.
clippers from the front to the back.
They're like, we want to watch turtles, and they put on like
Now Di's
gummy
is going
bears
to
or
finish off
something.
this haircut with the scissors, just trimming a few neck hairs
watch
off,
Power Rangers.
holding the scissors
too
flat to the
violent.
nape of the hair.
But Mom.
watch
There we
Pound
have our
Puppies.
completed
Oh.
That's for
hairstyle
boys.
using our number 2 and number 3 clipper guide.
I did a good smile. Do I get a better burger?
Now with families that have
I want
dads with
2
beards,
cheeseburgers.
the clippers now become very versatile and can be
some
used to
nuggets.
trim Dad's beard. Today we're going to be using number 3 again and number 2 trim guide. So Di's going to start off with number 3 using the same rules as we used with the hair. Start off with the largest guide first.
Oh man.
So not only is she,
She's forced her way through that.
yeah. Well,
And using
not
the
only is
same
she doing
action
the eye
as we
thing to
used
look off
on
camera
the
to see
hair,
what's going on,
moving
but she's
up
also doing that
and
thing
out.
where she's looking into her brain to make it up as she's going along. So she's doing either side. His wife is just like, thank goodness we get to do this. You had to
Always
grow this
moving
for this
against
video.
the hair.
It's just, it's scratchy when it touches my face. I was ready to divorce you.
Beard trimming so easy when you use your guides.
I mean, dude, do it yourself.
I could never be fucked having a beard.
Always using that action of up and out. Following the contour
If I
of the
just
face.
went like having a beard, Or just
Get
not having
Dad to
any
hold
hair.
his head back. So you can get
alopecia?
underneath
It
the
would
jaw.
be a goodbye. Goodbye hair.
You want alopecia?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, Di's finishing off
when
now
you've
with
got
the
no
number
hair at all.
3 guide, and
Oh.
she's going to
Lucas
change to
has
the number
alopecia.
2 guide in your kit to do underneath Dad's jaw.
Go to kiss. Thank you.
Remember, number 2 takes it just that little bit shorter. Underneath the jawline,
This
we
is the
just need it
closest his wife's
just that
been
little
to
bit
his mouth
shorter.
in years.
True that. Marriage, am I
Di's now
right,
finishing
guys?
off with the number 2 trim guide, and she's going to change to the number 1 guide
That's
just
a
to
joke,
neaten
Ash.
up
It was a
Dad's
joke.
moustache.
Good. I want to say something to the contrary, but it really doesn't need to be said on the show.
Still
Marriage
using the
didn't
number
change
1
my
guide,
life. The fucking baby did.
just trimming off the moustache.
Yeah, they're just too tired all the time.
Di's now going to take off the number 1 guide and just use the clippers on their own without any guides at all.
No guides.
Reversing
She's
the
going
clippers.
guideless.
No.
She's a maniac.
The line of
No!
Dad's beard.
And now she's going to slash his throat because he slept with his secretary.
That's good pie.
And there we have a lovely, neat beard trim with our versatile Breville hair clippers.
He's been
So very
still.
easy to use
What was that?
when you have your guides. And once again, here we have our Breville hair cutting kit, and I'm sure you'll agree that it has all the professional
might
attachments
be
in
like
it to
the
give
best
you a
worst
professional
video.
haircut. It's
wait
versatile,
until
you can use it
Superhero
on Dad's
Kid
beard as
comes
was
on.
shown. One of the points to remember, play your video over and over again as many times as you like to pick up any little
We
point
got permission.
that you might have missed. Remember,
Until the
some
copyright thing
important
shows
points.
up as soon
The
as it's
larger
done.
guide, number 3,
Don't
always
play
use
this
first,
video over and
then
over
go
again
down
to
to your
pick up
smaller
any little
guide.
thing that you've
And
missed.
remember, after using your clippers, the little brush that comes with the kit, use that to brush the blades of your
I
clippers
wonder if they
to
still actually
remove
make
any
anything other
excess
than
hair
sandwich
and
makers.
2 drops of the oil into
Sure
your
I do.
clippers. And after half a dozen haircuts, you will have paid for your Breville hair cutting kit. And here we have the Brown family, all trimmed up nice, neat
You'll
and
have paid
tidy.
dearly.
2 little boys with their lovely haircuts and Dad with his nice, neat beard.
One final
final
word.
Always oil the cutting blades before use.
That's a lot of words.
If at any time your
I
clipper
thought it
runs
was gonna
rough
be always.
or fails to deliver
Always.
maximum performance, make this simple adjustment to the power tuning adjustment screw. First, turn the screw clockwise until you hear a loud noise level. Then, turn to the left until the loud noise stops and the clipper runs smoothly.
Oh, okay. What was that
And don't
about?
forget to always, repeat, always oil the cutting blades before use.
Always.
Always.
Bravo. Thank you and
Green
enjoy
vial.
your cheese sandwich.
Mm-mm.
Whoa. There was absolutely no space between it going to snow.
They just cut it right off. You haven't oiled yours in 20 years. But you're doing it wrong!
You're doing it so wrong.
Alright. I'm going to go and pee.
It's a pee break. It's a pee break. Pee break, pee break. Time to break for pee. Pee break, pee break. So who wants to see some kids pretend to be dead?
Me.
Because all the while we're learning how to use things properly, we should also learn how to be safe in our home. That's what I think. I'm going to come up to the camera for this one because it's got a really cool cover. Every second counts. This guy's got like a Superman costume on and stuff. Huh. Cutting hair. Ugh. I'm gonna trim my beard when I get home. Now that I know how. What do you mean no tape inside? Yeah, there is. Did I not? Wait, what did I just do?
I don't know what you just did. What did he do?
Oh, I did this.
No tape inside, right.
I didn't actually put it in.
Oh boy, this looks old.
Every second counts. Yeah, I tried to research it. I couldn't find anything on any of the people, even though it's got like credits. I'm sure that you could, if you like spend a little bit of time or were better at researching things like other people. But it was put out by the hospital. It says it on the front. Royal Children's Hospital has a thing.
Yeah.
And it is older than the last children's safety video we watched, which was the one with Noni, like around the house stuff. But this is home emergency stuff. We do have another emergency one at home still. We've got a how to do CPR by the ambulance, which is a really boring tape. I thought that this one didn't need to go with that one because that would be too much.
There's a business card in it.
No, that's the sticker that goes on the... But it's so old that the sticker has done that thing where it goes yellow, oily, and there's no sticky on the back of it.
Rip sticky.
But this one, as opposed to the last one where it was just Noni standing there going, yes, 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 and a professional talking into her face, this one is absolutely reconstructed, children getting electrocuted and burnt and stuff, like acting it all out. This is a cool one.
I'm down. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wake me up.
No tape inside.
Got no tape inside.
Save me.
Put in and rewind.
To be kind.
1987. I wasn't even born yet.
That's when it was copyrighted, which means it was probably made in 86. Oh, hold on. We need to read the whole thing, right?
One was prepared in consultation and the cooperation of the Royal Children's Hospital. However, nothing in the film shall be taken to be an endorsement by RCH. Hang on. Of any statements, recommendations, methods, procedure, or products made or featured in the film, and neither Royal Children's Hospital or Nightingale Productions shall assume any responsibility or liability to any persons in relation to any contents of the film.
Yeah. Remember when we started doing the show back in the early episodes, we watched a bunch of different videos that had the same kind of warning on them. It's like, yeah, we're giving you some things to do, but absolutely not should you... Oh, no. But absolutely not should we be held responsible if what we tell you to do kills you. I mean, when you see this... it's
a bit ominous.
It is. It's way ominous. It just makes me scream in my head, like...
Red flag, red flag, everybody out of the water.
It's kind of like... Shotgun. It's kind of like when you see these things in the chemist and they're like, may help. And I'm like, it also may not. Most likely. Why would I pay $50 for this if it only may help?
It's like a hair loss formula that tells you that genetics play a part in whether it works or not.
That's right.
Like, wait,
may
what?
Help.
Hold on.
No, we're not saying anything. Just may. No. May. Let's play. I'm gonna do some of the stuff in this video and then sue them.
Do it.
Did you have a good lap?
We had plenty of time to read that. Jesus Christ.
Paddington Bear.
This video is not recommended for viewing for young children, in case they should imitate some of the accident scenarios.
Then we'd have to imitate some of the saving
Hi, I'm
scenarios.
Johnny Knoxville Jr. and welcome to Jackass Jr. Jackass Babies.
Jackass Babies. I would so pay to watch that. Would it be animated or Muppets?
Who cares? Either way, it's a win.
They got the 60 Minutes logo. Every second counts. It only takes a minute to be
Oh
saved.
man, that soundtrack is spooky. God.
Hey, look, it's another cape.
Ah! Kapow.
God, no, he said it. It's okay.
It's happening every day. Accidental injury
Kids getting
is
in
the
my
number
van.
one cause of death among Australian
That's
children.
it's a nice
And many of
mustache.
these accidents occur in and around the home.
And the hair looks like Lego.
But this problem can be controlled.
Click.
All it takes is an awareness of household hazards and a basic knowledge of first aid.
Look
This
out.
video will help you to transform your home from a potentially dangerous place to a safer one.
First off, don't let me
In an
when I knock
emergency,
on the door.
move swiftly, but remain calm.
I think he's dead.
Calmness will help comfort the
We
child.
need a Breville to get rid of that.
Assess the situation, checking for any dangers to the
And
child
now that he's
or
out,
yourself.
he can't stop me.
Note the position of the child and any injuries.
Take that.
Check for unconsciousness.
Open your eyes.
That's not how you do it, is it?
Squeeze my hand.
Remember, if you suspect the child has broken any bones during an accident, do not move them unless they are in immediate danger
We've got
from
some,
something in the accident
child
area.
taint shot.
If there is no response, assume that the child is
She
unconscious.
demasked him.
Immediately place him in the lateral position to ensure that the
That
tongue
means he's
and
like
secretions
been shamed.
do not block
he
the
can't
breathing.
wrestle anymore, right?
Remember the ABC of saving
He
lives.
can't put his mask back on.
A is for airway.
B,
Check the airway and clear it if there is any obstruction.
don't leave broken
B
fucking
is
toys
for breathing.
on the porch.
Look, listen, and feel for breathing. And if it is absent, start mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
This is one of those videos where it
C
is
is for circulation.
absolutely
This
wrong
means
now.
checking for a pulse in the neck,
C is
and if it's
check
absent,
the garage,
start
for a
external
shovel,
cardiac
dig a
massage.
hole and bury.
Serious accidents
the
require
evidence.
medical attention. So always have emergency telephone
The ambulance
numbers
number
on
is
hand.
11440.
Emergency
I can't remember
numbers
that.
change from region to region. Make sure you have your correct local numbers. An ambulance may be called by any member of the public
You know that-
ABC's
without
as
a
well
doctor's
as A for
authority
apple because it
for
keeps the
any
doctors
medical
away.
emergency.
Ah.
But how
Give him
could
an
we have
apple.
avoided this emergency in the first place?
So they said that
Many people
the
think that
ambulance
accidents are
emergency
just a
number is
matter of fate.
11440
However,
there, but I'm pretty sure that's
accidents
from,
can
New
be
South
prevented
Wales.
if
You
we
know what
take a
the,
little time to
Victorian
identify
one is?
hazards around our homes
Oh, I do. I
and
memorised
take
it.
steps to
It's
control them.
01
Let's identify the hazards that contributed to this accident.
881.
A major problem is the design of this veranda. It has no railing. Any place in the home where a child can fall should be protected by a barrier. We must also keep in mind the behaviour of young children.
Yeah,
They
they're
are
stupid. They
compulsive
just
and
want
they
to
love
die.
to climb, wriggle
see,
and
they didn't build
squeeze
their deck
through
properly.
or
That's the
under
problem.
any
You need
obstacle
the
in
safety
their
They
way.
should be watching our show.
That is why
Yeah,
any
we
railing
learned how
built
to
to
make the
protect
safety
children from
barriers and
falling
railing.
or
This
entering a
will
dangerous
protect
area
us.
must be built with this in
This is
mind.
the 80s though. They didn't care
Vertical
about safety
rails
in the
must be
80s.
used rather than horizontal bars that a child can get a foothold in and climb through. The gaps in the railing should not be wide enough for a child to squeeze through. They should be 55 millimetres minimum to 85 millimetres
I don't know
maximum.
what that means.
It also
It
must
needs
not
to
have
be
an
just
overly
big
wide
enough
gap
that a
at the
small
bottom
child can
where children
not
could slip
quite
their
fit their
bodies
head
through
through
and
it.
entrap their heads.
Exactly.
Home, like the
Unless they
workplace,
get
should
some
have a system of
vegetable oil.
rules on how toys,
Vegetable
appliances
oil.
and other products are to be used. It is important to teach children when they're ready to learn what the rules are. For instance, our Captain Zap should
What if
not
they're
have worn a
never ready
mask
to
over
learn?
his eyes and should
Captain
wear a
Zap.
helmet when
There's
riding
no
his
Captain
bike.
Zap.
If all these precautions fail, we must be prepared to handle the injury quickly and effectively. This means having the emergency numbers available and knowing first aid.
Let's look at controlling another major injury. Cuts and lacerations. Make sure that all large glass
This kid,
areas in your
man.
home are made either of
He thought the
toughened
kid
safety
from the
glass or
haircut one
laminated
didn't want
glass.
to be there. Look
Danny,
at this.
better if
Danny,
you play over there, mate.
Get off. You're in
Ordinary
shot.
glass, if it's hit hard, will break into dangerous pieces
Only fences
that
I've
can
got
cause
stuck on were
horrific
barbed
injuries.
wire.
Take steps to prevent
When
these
I was climbing
injuries.
over them, running away from the
If
guy
you can't
who
afford to
stole
have
his
the
golf
area
balls.
That's pretty
re-glazed,
funny.
consider
I,
purchasing
peed
safety
on an
film,
electric fence
a
just
plastic
like they do in
coating
movies.
that will hold the
that
glass
wasn't
together if it
No.
breaks. And make sure that
grandfather
people
told me
realise
to
the
grab
glass is
onto
here
it.
by using these colourful
We were
markers.
blackfishing or trespassing on someone's property, and he's like, grab it. I'm like, why is that cool?
Children have a fascination for pocket knives.
Children have a fascination for pocket knives. See, I ripped this one ages ago.
Not necessarily, like, not specifically true. Children just have a fascination with things they shouldn't have.
Mainly pocket knives. Put it up with the matches.
If I make a line of things, 9 interesting, noise-making, lighting
Once the
toys,
hazards that
and a
cause
knife on the
wounds
floor,
can be
Jackson will go for the
identified,
knife.
they can be removed and
But it's a
safeguarded.
knife. They've got a fascination with knives.
If I put, a fork there, he'll go for the fork. If I put, I don't even know, like a hammer there, he'll grab the hammer. Like, he knows he's not supposed to have that.
That's just a moral dilemma.
Oh,
If, after all your care, a serious cut does occur,
Children have a
administer
fascination
first
with
aid
ridicule.
by inspecting the wound to see if
they
anything
like
has become
space
embedded in
too,
it.
and dinosaurs.
If there is nothing,
Yeah.
press firmly on the wound with a
Control.
clean pad or your fingers and elevate
Looking
the
back
injured
at when I
limb
see if I
to
actually
slow
did
heavy
search
blood
this
loss.
family or not. I did, but I don't
If,
think I
however,
found anything
there
that I
is
can
something
accept for
embedded
myself.
in the wound,
No, it's just-
do not attempt to remove it. To stop the
Fuck
bleeding, press firmly on either side of the embedded object while elevating the
yeah,
injured limb.
it seems like you
Have
should
someone
just
call an
pull it
ambulance.
out, but it
I like
is-
to imagine
Once
they
the
actually
bleeding has
injured these
stopped
kids.
while waiting for medical help,
But I learnt this
you
when I
can
did
build
my
up a
first
ring
aid
bandage
course.
around
Big
the embedded
thing.
object
That's-
and then cover
that's
the wound
obviously
firmly
strawberry
with a
toffee.
clean handkerchief
Not too
to
tight.
control further bleeding. Make sure that you don't tie the bandage so tight that you cut off circulation.
And then across the chest.
Don't put the toaster in there.
No, put the toaster in there.
Good thing we have mobile phones now, right?
Oh yeah, you know. Oh no. Oh
Hello? Hello?
Are you there? Hello, are you there?
Oh no.
Hello.
That's what Jackson has learned that he can do when he's in his room.
70% of
We have to
all burn
unplug
injuries to
everything
children
that is plugged
are
in some way
caused
he
by
can.
hot liquids, often leaving lifelong scars.
Clean
Cups of
pad.
tea and bath water are the main hazards.
Are they?
Try to
Why does she
identify
have
burn
cups of
hazards in your
bath water
home.
anyway?
They can be controlled by turning down the hot water system in your home to approximately 57
that?
degrees centigrade. Call the gas
Yeah,
or electricity
mine's a little
company in
lower.
your area for
All the way
help.
up.
By ensuring electrical leads are
got a
kept at
baby
the
now.
back of kitchen benches.
Can't
In
do
some
Mine's a
areas,
little
you can
lower, so I don't
purchase
have to
curly
bother with the
cords
cold
to
water
make
tap.
this
I just
job
turn the hot
easier.
on.
Yeah, that's what
And
we've
by
got
making
down
sure that
here,
little
I would
ones
say.
are not underfoot when you are serving hot foods. Remember, hot water burns like fire.
Does it? So I can start a campfire with it?
Not only do boys from 8 to 12 years like to experiment with matches and inflammables, but
Boys?
also they like to
8
imitate
to
the
12.
actions of adults.
What about-
So the
you
father
saying
here
girls
is acting
don't like fire?
responsibly.
They're a little bit more interested in it from ages to 8 to 12, but mainly boys from 8 to 12. But once they hit 13, no more gas burns.
Let's go, kiddo.
If anyone catches on fire, it is
He's
most
just-
important to
he's
get the
just dead.
flames out
He's
as
dead.
quickly as possible.
Quick! Roll
Do
him!
this by rolling
Roll
the
it.
child on the grass.
Keep rolling.
All children should be taught to stop, drop, and roll if their clothing catches on fire.
Can I put a different story to this? So he's not the kid. He's not on fire, right? So the parents just angry
One
and just
catches
like
on fire, it is
beating the
most
crap out of him.
important
Going,
to
what are
get
you
the
doing,
flames out
parents?
as
Where
quickly as
did you
possible.
put
Do
my
this by rolling
money?
the
Why
child
don't
on
you
the
stop
grass.
messing with the fire? And then
All
he killed the
children
kid,
should
and
be
now he's
taught to
upset. He's
stop,
like, oh, what have I done?
roll.
What have I done?
My wife's gonna be grumpy.
Remember,
Yeah, he's
Drop to the
okay with
ground
it.
and roll
But,
until
oh
the
my
flames
god,
are
my
out.
wife's gonna yell at me for killing my boy.
I'm
If
in
a scald or
trouble,
burn does
aren't I?
occur, follow these steps.
If
Remove
he's
all
super
clothing
sick-
No, you've
quickly
ruined his
unless it
super
is stuck
suit,
to
you
the skin.
motherfucker!
Clothes hold in heat
That kid's
and
gonna
make
murder
a
you.
deeper burn. and do not prick blisters. Take off anything tight, such as jewellery, because burns cause
look
swelling.
at that.
Effects, bro.
What do you mean effects?
Immediately submerge
They
the
really
burnt
burned
area
all
in
the
cool
Burn this
water
fucking kid.
or run
Now-
plenty of cool
No,
water
I
with
wanna-
a gentle flow over it.
Oh,
for
I
at
don't
least
like.
10
Why is
minutes
he
to
doing
reduce
this
the heat on
now?
the
This
skin.
isn't comfy. It's winter.
The child with a large burnt area can be
They're
placed
just
in a
washing off
bath
the
of cool
fingerprints.
water, not cold, until an ambulance arrives, but no longer than 10
Oh,
minutes.
roll you
this
good.
is very important. Cooling the burn prevents the heat from cooking into the skin's deeper layers, but never use ice. Children have been dangerously
even once.
chilled in baths of ice water. Cover the scald with a clean, non-fluffy cloth like a cotton pillowcase, tea towel or sheet. This reduces the danger of infection. Never use butter, oils, powder, creams or anything to cover the burn. These would have to be
Never
removed
use
before
butter.
treatment.
For anything
smells
other than
delicious.
a small burn, the child must be taken to hospital, so call an ambulance. After a frightening
Especially if you rolled
situation,
him to
a
death.
child
We
can
should send this
suffer
one
from
to Fan Footage
shock.
Festival because he looks like
The
one of
body
the hosts.
often reacts to fear by slowing the flow
Sure
of
thing.
blood.
I sent Fan Footage Festival.
Oxygen
all
to the
the
brain
science
is
photos.
reduced, and the child
Yeah,
will
excited
appear
that.
pale
Oh my
and
God.
unwell. Shock can also occur when the body has lost a lot of
That
fluids.
is my third most viewed
From
video
a bad
on YouTube,
cut,
by the
for
way.
example.
This is one.
Hospitals must be
Behind,
on
I
the lookout
think,
for fluid
my
loss
WWE speed
and
run, which is
resulting
10,000,
shock
so
in
that's
burn
what I'm getting
injuries,
caught.
since body
And
fluids
then
are easily lost
I think my
when the
Action Girls
protective
racing
layer of
speed
skin
run
is
might be
gone.
next.
Cool.
If a child is suffering from shock and they are
Looks like
conscious,
what we're doing today is
the best
useless, and
thing
you should be
is
doing
to
more
reassure them.
speedruns.
Lay the child on his back and raise the legs. However, if you suspect a fractured leg, do not do this. Loosen
He
any
really
tight
does look
clothing,
like he's actually
keep the
in
child
like
warm,
peril right now.
but do not overheat.
He's legitimately
Do not
distressed.
give food or drink either, in case an anaesthetic is needed later.
If you don't do this, I'll
If the
whack you
child
good,
is
boy.
thirsty, moisten the lips with water. If the child becomes unconscious,
Don't roll him
position
again.
on his side and check
Don't
the
worry, don't worry,
ABC,
guys. I didn't invite you
airway,
here to take care of
breathing,
him. He's
and
dead and he's
circulation.
cooked.
If an ambulance has not already been called,
Maybe that's why
Oh
they said
my
don't use
God.
butter. They're like, don't eat him.
These phones, like, you got to call someone in a hurry. 0 0.
Remember, children
Zero.
from 9 months to 3
Oh no,
years
I did
learn
the
by putting
one.
everything in their mouths.
Go start again.
They are
Click, click,
mobile
click.
and by 18
Zero.
months can usually
Oh,
climb
you got a phone
and
call.
easily open cupboard
That's
doors, medicine bottles and cleaning containers.
Where's my phone though?
Children at this age
Okay,
also
here. All right.
imitate. They watch adults taking medication and they
All
want
right.
to copy. She cannot read the warning
Hang
label,
up
and to
because-
her, this medicine looks like lollies.
Go ring him back.
if you think your child
Go
has
for it.
swallowed something harmful, take the container and
Those
any
are
residue
lollies.
to the telephone. This is done for 3 reasons.
Already?
To estimate the dosage
Wow.
taken.
Wait, what?
For
It called
instance,
me and then
if
it's
you
been
know there were
disconnected.
20 pills in
Oh,
a
no,
That was
bottle and
spam.
there are
That's a
10
weird
left,
thing. Yeah, it was a spam.
you could guess that the child has eaten about 10. To identify the poison
Sometimes I
and
call back
to prevent
like,
the
spam
child from
numbers
eating more
that I
poison
missed,
while you're on
and
the phone.
someone going like, what?
Call
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Poisons Information
They can
Centre
just use whatever
or your
number they
doctor.
want.
Do not make the child vomit unless instructed by a
Most of the
doctor
time it's just
or the
Andrew's
Poisons
number.
Information Centre.
The kid's just like,
In some
I'm
cases,
good.
you
This
may
is
be told to
great,
make
dude.
a child vomit. If so,
Unfortunately, my
have
my
on hand a
child has
bottle of
drank the
syrup
whole
of
thing of
Ipecac.
Ipecac. What can
it is
we do to
available
get it
from
up?
pharmacists and when
More
given,
Ipecac.
causes vomiting. Don't use it unless
Oh, you know, I
instructed
found
by a
out
Poisons
just because I
Information
did
Centre
the
or a
scavenge
doctor.
hunt thing. That's
really
Always
hard to
keep
get.
syrup
It's
of
really
Ipecac
hard
locked
to
in your
actually
medicine
buy it.
cupboard, well
right.
out of the reach of children.
You can do the same thing.
Never
with,
use salt and
Though
water
you could
or
probably
mustard
just
to
go
cause
in and
vomit.
say, yeah, I just want it around the house. in
The
case
only
my
time
kid
you do
who
not
totally
immediately
exists.
ring the Poisons Information
Yeah.
Centre is if a poison has got into
can
the
use,
eye or if a caustic has
Epsom
been
salts
swallowed.
as well. It does a similar.
Drain cleaners, automatic dishwashing powder and oven cleaners are examples of household caustics. If a caustic is swallowed, immediately give water or milk and call an ambulance to take the child directly to hospital. In fact,
Oven cleaner and
when
milk.
in doubt about the nature of a poison, a small amount of water can always be given. Remember, however, not to give so much water that the child may vomit. While waiting for the ambulance, you may wish to call the Poisons Information Centre for further advice. In the case of
Did
poison
you know
in the eye,
in the UK they call
immediately wash the eye
ambulances
with water
emergency
for 5
ambulances?
minutes. Then ring the
Kind of
Poisons
shows us off
Information
as like a
Centre
lazy
or
country.
doctor.
There's ones that are emergency.
Take a sample of the poisons with you and a Tupperware container to save vomit samples to show the doctor. You should also be aware that all packet warnings are not the same. But the warning that all parents must obey is keep out of
I
reach
think
of
it's
children.
very possibly true.
Now this bottle is clearly marked weed killer,
spiders out.
but a child could mistake its contents for
Big
soft
giant
drink.
spiders that we
Therefore,
totally deal with on a
never
daily
store
basis.
anything in soft drink bottles. The point is that poisoning is not due to fate. It can be prevented. One design solution is a child-resistant cupboard for toxic materials.
Ooh, you gotta finger it good.
Never leave medicines lying around the house. If you have young children in your home, be sure to ask your chemist to dispense your prescriptions in child-resistant packaging. Be careful too when friends or relatives are visiting. They may have medication in their handbags.
Oh,
so for
guns.
safety's sake, store visiting guests'
Back then,
handbags
maybe.
well out of the reach of inquisitive little fingers.
Far less
Eating
likely
poison
now.
is dangerous, but sometimes,
Oh my
unless
God, it'd
care
be
is
amazing
taken,
if we found one of
even
these that
eating
were
food
old
can be
enough to
dangerous.
mention gun safety in Australia.
Babies can easily
Australian
choke
gun
on
safety
large
year
pieces
would
of
be
food.
Like a relic.
Mum, this never happened to Superman.
You need to fly a little higher. There you go.
I have a tree stuck in my arm. It's
Thanks,
gone
Mum.
right
There
through
you
my
go,
collar.
Now
Take
he's
it.
going to jump out of a
Chicken
tree.
and hard foods like uncooked carrots have been caught in young children's airways.
It's like that.
If the child can speak, cry and stand, but is coughing and wheezing, an air tube may be partially blocked.
And never give
Don't
small
slap the
children
child's back
cooked
or try
chicken.
other measures. The object may
pepper
move and
to
cause complete blockage. Call your doctor or nearest hospital. However, if the child can't breathe, can't cry, or turns blue, the breathing
Hey,
may
that's
be
not the same
completely
kid.
blocked.
No,
Try
it
to
is.
have someone
Turn it
call
over
for
and
an
whack its
ambulance.
back.
It's just dead.
Hold
That's all.
smaller babies lying face down on your lap or arm,
Whether they're
with their
choking or
head
not.
downwards. Try to dislodge the obstruction by using the heel of your hand to thump 4 times between the shoulder blades. But beware, you are an adult and your strength could injure the child's bones.
Yeah, just like
For
Superman
larger
with these
children,
shotguns.
place them over your lap, supporting the head. Using the
Now,
heel of your
remember, you're an
hand,
adult.
thump the child sharply between the
They're
shoulder blades.
fully grown.
If
Hit real
after
hard.
several tries this doesn't
Why
work,
couldn't they use Superman for
firmly
this?
grasp the sides of the chest
Yeah,
over the
just whack
ribs
him.
and give 2
I'd definitely
short,
see that
sharp
get
pushes
whacked a
with
little
your
bit.
hands.
Yeah.
For babies, use
That baby's
3
dead.
fingers
Come
rather
on.
than the whole hand and reduce the
Whoa.
amount of pressure.
That doll is terrifying.
In small babies, it is almost impossible to get your fingers in their mouths. However, in older children, keep turning the child over and look for the obstruction in the throat. If you can adequately get your fingers around it, then pull
What
it
did they
out.
put in there?
But beware, if you can't get a good
Don't
grip on
waste
it,
it. It's good
you
bread.
may end up pushing the obstruction further down the throat. If all of these maneuvers fail and the child falls unconscious, try mouth-to-mouth resuscitation for children and mouth-to-nose and mouth for infants.
Yeah.
This may clear the blockage by
Haven't you?
blowing
Oh,
air
it's
past the
because
obstruction.
You put your mouth over the entire
After the child
nose and
commences
mouth.
breathing,
Yeah.
call an ambulance.
Have you not done a safety thing when you were working?
Not
at school?
concentrating on
meant to.
eating or playing and
always
eating at the
like
same
busy
time
work.
is a hazard.
Fair enough.
A particle of apple can become
You
lodged
just
in the
sound like maybe
throat
work
and
all
block the
day,
airway.
5 days a week,
Teach
so
children
no
to
time
sit
to actually
quietly
go
when
through
they're
the
eating.
course.
These
enough.
hazards can be
They made
controlled
me
with
less
awareness.
hireable by making me volunteer.
All littlies put things on their heads.
Yeah.
Plastic bags
littlies
left
put
lying
things on
around
their
are
heads.
also a suffocation hazard. The plastic quickly molds around the nose and mouth and
You know what I've realised
suffocates.
they need to do at Macca's and stuff?
Let's look at
Everyone else
ways of
need to have an
controlling
option
these
for a
hazards.
toy for,
Many children
like,
are injured when something interferes
really
with their
little
ability to breathe. They can
What,
choke
like
on
a,
pieces of food
ice
such as
chewer
boiled
or
lollies,
something?
peanuts,
Anything,
or
just
even
because
small
it's-
pieces of toys. Check young children's
easiest
toys
way
do
for
not
me
have
and
small
Jackson to each
detachable
have food, so I
parts
just get a Happy
or are
Meal. I
filled
eat
with
the burger
small
and eat the
beads
chips.
that can come out if the
But
toy's
the toy is
seams
something
are
he'll just choke
broken.
on.
Burger and
Beware
chips?
of older
Well, they've got
children's small
apple
toys
slices
and
and
adult
something
appliances
else
that
now.
use disc
They got rid of
batteries.
the burger and
Disc
chips.
batteries, if swallowed or choked on, can leak battery
Now
acid.
you're just playing
if you
to all
suspect
the,
your child has swallowed a disc
the
battery,
boomers who are
call the
upset
Poisons
because things aren't
Information
the way they
Centre
used to be.
immediately. Watch
When I was
too
young,
for things that
Captain
can
Neil
pull
used to be
tight
a
around your
hamburger and
child's neck
cigarettes.
and stop them from breathing. I never put my babies
How
to
dare they
sleep
change
without
my
first
Happy Meal.
removing their bibs.
That's what made me happy.
I also avoid dummies with ribbons
Yeah.
and
Also
baby
gave me
necklaces
cigarettes
on
because
it
they are
from the man,
dangerous.
aren't they?
They can easily pull tight
It
around the
also gave
baby's
me cancer,
throat
but that's
and
a different
stop their
story.
breathing. Even curtain cords and toys with overly long strings can be a hazard. That's why choking and suffocation is the third largest cause of accidental death for children.
Is it?
But this can be controlled.
Another hazard can occur when a child is left unattended in a car.
Or under a car wheel.
Never be
In a
tempted to
car?
leave a child in a parked car for a moment. Even
Yeah,
on
they-
cool days, sun beating down on the glass windows will raise the
Remember those
temperature
ads?
inside the car dangerously within a very short time. Very soon, the child is suffering from heat exhaustion. Quickly take the child to a cool place. Remove or loosen the
What, leave
child's
children in
clothes
cars?
and sponge
No,
rapidly with
I
cool
mean,
water.
At the village.
Use a fan
come on,
to cool the child
I've seen it many a time.
and administer
but-
liquids.
We do
Seek
not put
medical
Jackson
advice.
in the car on a remotely warm day unless the air
During the
conditioning in
long,
car is on.
hot Australian
Yeah, do
summer,
not leave them there,
extra
that's for
precautions need to be taken to
child
protect
is
the
the first thing
sensitive
you
skin
want.
of children from the harmful effects of
Maybe.
too
Straight in the
much
fridge.
sun.
Depends if the dogs are in the car.
You
We'll
may
probably do
initially
dogs
be
first.
able to get them to slip on a shirt, slap on a hat, and slop on some sun cream.
Slip, slop,
But
and
before
slap.
long, the clothing is discarded and the creams have washed off in the water.
Aww.
Hey, surfies, why don't you come in the shade for a while? Have a cool drink.
In a minute, Mum.
In
I
a
said,
short
now,
time,
you little shit.
intense heat can badly burn children and cause acute
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Oh my god.
If your child
I've
is
burned
suffering
up
from suspected heat
so
exhaustion,
bad.
take
When we
them out
went
of the
and
sun
did
and give
exercises, I
fluids.
peeled.
Loosen or remove any unnecessary
It wasn't even
clothing,
that bad, really.
cool their bodies with a
You
sponge,
slept on a t-shirt,
and use a
though.
fan.
I was smart.
I forgot all
In
of
summer,
those
the
slippy,
additional
sloppy
hazard of
slap
drowning
things.
is of major concern,
A lot of it
not
is
only
gone
along
from
the
my brain.
coastline, rivers and lakes, but also in the home.
Oh no.
Toddlers
Not a
love
bucket.
water, and drowning is most common among
Toddlers love
children
water.
1 to
And
3
knives.
years of age. This trough was empty yesterday, but filled overnight with rain.
Oh, doing the
A
pedal
toddler
thing
can
like
easily
in,
drown in just a few
Frankenstein.
centimetres of water. Because their heads are large in relation to their
Lot of
bodies,
rain,
they can
really.
easily topple into swimming pools, bathtubs and nappy buckets. It's difficult for them
Sadly,
to
we
raise
can't
their
afford a
heads
house with swimming
and breathe
pools, so-
freely again.
Sadly,
Drowning
too many
is a
people
major
take
cause of
all these
accidental
precautions
death and
then
therefore requires an
idiots grow up.
awareness of drowning hazards, especially
just
if you have a
weed them
pool. A swimming pool without
a
a
bit of
child-resistant
Yeah.
safety fence is a definite hazard.
Not quite how.
But
yeah, but
so is this.
I guess.
A child could easily climb over the fence here.
If that was how it worked, Jackson would be screwed, because if I'm not watching him at all times, he will find something to seriously hurt
And what
himself.
use is a fence if the
He'll
gate
just
is
make
left
himself A cup
unlocked?
of tea, you don't know.
What's that?
He'll just make himself a cup of tea, you don't know.
No, he won't.
Maybe he'll turn out to be really smart.
Quick, call an ambulance!
Why?
Call
He's
an
dead.
In the
ambulance!
event of drowning, send
He's
someone
fine.
Is this the
immediately
same
to
It's
stop
the same
motion? Yeah.
ambulance. It's not just the
If
same
the child is
stoppage.
Oh, no, it's not,
unconscious,
because there was a speed
place
hump
her
that
on
went
her
over the
side
No,
and
no,
clear
same
the airway.
Same ambulance.
If the child has stopped breathing, give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. If the child's heart has stopped beating, give heart massage. Do not stop CPR resuscitation to call for an ambulance. Get someone else to do it for you.
What if it's only you?
Let's explain these procedures in more detail.
Then that's why you can yell.
You
at
may have
Google
heard the
if them do
terms
it.
mouth-to-mouth
In the 80s?
resuscitation,
No.
Whoa,
Heart
time
massage
travel phone!
and cardiac pulmonary
Wiggity whack.
resuscitation, known as CPR. The only way to learn how to perform these
There's
is
a
to
Google
practice them
understanding,
in an
by the way.
official course.
What's that?
There's a Google
Representatives from the
understanding, by
McKinnon
way.
School of Nursing at the Children's Hospital
There's a Google
will now
everywhere
demonstrate
in my house.
resuscitation.
Not the laundry.
But remember that this demonstration is merely an
But there
awareness
is a
session.
Google
Competence
light bulb in the
can only
laundry,
be obtained from
so I
a
can-
recognised training
Sam does it
course.
wrong. She goes to
First,
the laundry,
mouth-to-mouth
realizes that she needs to
resuscitation.
turn on the light. Could use
If the
the
airway
switch,
has been
just
cleared,
turn it off and on again.
look,
But instead she
listen,
walks back to the kitchen
and
and then
feel
says,
for breathing.
turn on the laundry light.
If there
Whereas
is no
I know that
breathing,
I'm
Can't
going
you
to
do it
the...
through a
place
phone?
the victim on his
She
back.
could, but she walks back anyway.
Tilt the head back
But
with one hand
I know where I'm
and
going
support the jaw
ahead
with
of
the
time,
other.
and I say it as I'm walking
This
there
lifts
because
the
I
tongue
find that
away
kind
from
of
the
cool
back
and
of the
convenient.
throat.
But she's not being convenient at
Seal
all.
your
She's
mouth
actually
over the
making the
victim's
Google
mouth
more work.
and close the nostrils with your cheeks.
I probably would be the same, honestly.
Watch the chest rise as you blow in.
It's something that we're all going to have
Take
to
the
get
mouth
used to
away
if we're gonna
and let
do
the
that
air
sort of
come
stuff.
out
We
of the
don't have
child's
to, I
mouth.
suppose, but I like it.
Repeat the procedure 15 times a minute until
I
the
like the
child
idea of
starts
getting
to
into
breathe
bed
unaided.
and still having the light
Place
on.
the
That's
child
the
on
main
his
reason I
side
like it.
and maintain a clear airway.
Then yelling
The
at the
procedure
Google
is
turn
slightly
off.
different for a small child or infant.
Clap.
Cover the mouth and nose with your mouth, and with a baby, do not tilt the head back. Simply puff air from your cheeks 20 times a minute. When mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is combined with heart compression, this is called CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Apply CPR when there is no breathing and no pulse. With the victim on his back, find the middle of the breastbone.
The victim?
Press over the midpoint using the heel of one hand. Compress with moderate pressure about 80 times a minute. For a baby, use light pressure with 2 fingers only.
Should we get one of these?
Press quicker at about 100 times a minute.
They're probably
Never
expensive
practice heart
though,
compression
right?
on a person. It can have dangerous effects
Yes.
on a beating heart.
But it would look good.
After
hanging from the
compressing
wall.
15 times, give 2 breaths of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, or mouth-to-nose and mouth for an infant.
Well, the mouth,
Recheck
nose,
the
and
pulse every 2 minutes. If the pulse returns, stop the compressions, but continue mouth-to-mouth resuscitation until breathing starts
And
again.
don't forget to blow. Because
Then
if you're
turn
not
the victim
blowing,
on his
you're
side
just kissing.
and call an ambulance. Never
That's
leave an
not okay.
unconscious child alone.
Especially for
Check
an
the
unconscious
ABC
child.
every 2 minutes.
The ABC.
Remember? Airway,
ABC,
breathing,
D,
and
F, G.
circulation.
JK.
By learning these simple procedures, you can be ready at any time to save your child's life in an emergency. CPR courses are available from Red Cross, the National Heart Foundation, McKinnon School of Nursing, Royal Life Saving
Ours is from
Society,
St. John's Ambulance.
St. John's Ambulance,
Well, there's
and the
plenty
Surf
you can
Life
actually
Saving
do.
Society.
No,
The
I mean
Red
the
Cross
video.
Family
Oh,
First Aid Kit
I think.
has the following components: dressing
Whoa.
strips, adhesive
The
tape,
magic box, you open it and it all comes
non-stick
out.
dressing, sterile dressing packs,
Way.
slings, tissues,
Ours also has
tubular gauze, antiseptic
asthma
liquid,
pumps
eye bath,
and
gauze swabs, scissors,
Benton was prescription
splinter
only
forceps
back in
and
these
probe,
days,
assorted bandages, and the ever-handy notebook and pencil. Safety
dandy.
pins. We also recommend syrup of Ipecac
That's right.
and a fire extinguisher. That's the equipment.
Just put it right in.
But how much have you remembered
emergency
about the
box.
first aid
Squish it in.
procedures?
It's like Mary
In an
Poppins
emergency,
emergency box.
move swiftly and calmly. Check for unconsciousness. Lay an unconscious child
Do you have
in
a
the
fire
lateral
extinguisher?
position
No.
and check the
No, we do actually.
ABC,
We
on the
do.
wall.
airway,
Don't know where it is.
breathing,
I think it's in the
and
garage somewhere,
circulation.
probably behind a bunch of
No
boxes.
breath
Probably on fire.
means start
Meant to be.
mouth-to-mouth
I've got a
resuscitation.
fire blanket as well.
No pulse means start
It's what
heart
you wrap yourself
massage.
in when there's a fire, so you don't have
Check
to
a
deal with it
wound
anymore.
to see if anything is embedded in
There's
it.
jam and
If there
jam
is nothing,
jars and beans and
Press
bean
firmly
cans.
on the
Why
wound
isn't there
with
any
a clean
fire in my
pad
fire
or your
blanket?
fingers and elevate the injured limb. Do not attempt to remove anything embedded in the wound. Slow the bleeding
Oh, he's
by
going back
pressing
over the whole
firmly
thing
on
now.
both sides
Yeah,
of the
instead of
embedded
like every
object
5 minutes
and
and then
elevating
another
the injured limb. Now, burns and scalds.
Burns
Remove
and
unstuck
scalds.
clothing and jewellery and submerge the burn in cool water for about 10 minutes. Cover with a clean, non-fluffy cloth and get the child to hospital. Shock is common to all emergency
dying.
situations and continues after the accident. Reassure the child who appears pale and unwell. Lay them on their back and raise their legs. Loosen tight clothing and keep them warm. Do not overheat or give liquids. If they lose consciousness, check the ABC.
For treating poisoning, call the Poisons Information Centre. The exception is if the child has swallowed an acid or corrosive substance like Drano, oven cleaner or automatic dishwashing powder, or if there is poison in the eye. If the child has swallowed caustic, give water or milk immediately, then call an ambulance. If there is poison in the
Caustic
eye,
soda is my
flush
least
with
favourite
water
soda.
for 5 minutes, then call the
my
Poisons
favourite.
Information Centre. In some
Poison
cases,
in the
you may be
eye.
asked to make the child vomit.
Poison
Only
in the eye
induce
was
vomiting
my,
if
my
told to
hair
do
metal
so
band
by
when I
the
was back in
Poisons
high school.
Information Centre or your
I haven't had
doctor.
those demos.
Use syrup of ipecac. Never use salt and water or mustard.
Oh,
A
what
child
mustard?
with blocked airway can speak,
The word
cry
must
and
is in it.
stand, but does cough and wheeze. Do not slap them on the back. Go to the doctor or hospital.
Idiot.
A child who can't
Instead,
breathe or cry
just whack them in the
and
face.
turns blue
Dumbass.
may have a completely blocked airway. Send someone for an ambulance. Hold smaller babies lying face down along your lap and head downward. Place the fingers of your other
the
hand
ear.
at the back of the child's
Go in
head.
the ear.
This controls the force of the hand. And thump gently 4 times
No, in the
between the
butt.
shoulder blades.
Thump in the butt.
Place older children across your lap.
And
Support the
spank
head
The
and
shock
thump
will
between
get
the
them
shoulder
back with
blades.
you.
them. Yeah.
If this fails, firmly grasp the sides of the chest and give 2
Well
short,
done.
sharp pushes with your hand. Again, be careful. Remember the baby's size.
In
Remember
older
the
children,
size.
where you
Size
can
0,
keep checking for the obstruction, remove it if possible. If the child becomes unconscious, commence mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. To treat heat exhaustion, you need a cool place. Remove or loosen clothing and sponge rapidly. Use a fan, administer liquids and seek medical advice.
In the event of a drowning, send someone for an ambulance. If there is no breath, commence mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. If there is no heartbeat, continue mouth-to-mouth
You know what the
resuscitation
terrible thing about
and
all of
commence
these
heart massage.
videos
This
about
combination is
resuscitation and
called
stuff is?
They're all
CPR.
outdated now, and we can't really.
That's
Well,
really
no,
good, terrific.
I mean, that'd be.
Children are our
it'd be nice
most
if we could
precious
use it in
asset.
practice, but
It's
even
simply
so,
not good enough that the
success
potential of
rate
so
is
many
so
children
frickin' low
is
that you may as
impaired
well
or
just be
lost
like,
every year.
cut my
The good
losses.
news is that accidental injury can be controlled.
It's that bad.
But we must
Like
identify
we
the
always
hazards.
see people being resuscitated in like
Identify
TV
the
movies.
physical
It never
hazards
actually
that contribute
works
to
very
accidents.
well.
Very rarely.
like heat, poison, electricity, and cutting edges.
Identify design hazards that make products and
I mean, those
houses a
pink
danger
flowers.
to use.
They're
This
distracting.
veranda has no barrier
That's a
to
design
protect
hazard.
falls. Identify behavioural hazards like a child's curiosity. And
And then
identify
whack it out of
systems hazards.
Yeah.
We need
Tell
an
you what.
organised approach to safety.
Stop
For
trying to
example,
learn
when there are
stuff.
no
If
rules
it
about
were
picking up
legal.
toys, there is a greater risk of injury. Once you've identified the hazards, they need to be controlled. One way is to remove the hazards.
The other
For
way is to
example,
make a
flush
Jewish homework.
unwanted medicines down the toilet.
What?
Consider changing toxic products for non-toxic alternatives. For instance,
always
using
way more
dried
expensive,
lavender in
which is
clothes
ridiculous.
rather
Oh,
than
clothes?
mothballs.
Clothes
And
aren't
empty the
expensive.
bath or trough when you're finished. Simple, isn't it? If you can't remove a hazard, then safeguard it by placing a barrier around it. And fire screens should be secured to the wall.
If you must come in contact with something that can cause injury,
Oh,
then use protective clothing like oven.
dude, I love that. Sorry. Rewind. Why aren't you rewinding? Rewind. Oh, it's doing that thing where you gotta whack it.
It's got to give it the magic touch.
Oh well, that's fine. We'll just play. Play rewind. Ah! Aha! That helmet! Okay, as somebody who worked in a bike shop, and we will explore that soon because I've got a whole bunch of tapes from the shop. That helmet is the what it did is it didn't break, right?
Right.
So where's the pressure going? It goes inside. It turns your brain to mush.
The pressure's going into the atmosphere and
No,
destroying the ozone layer. That's
that-
why we have the problem now.
Those helmets used to make kids brain dead.
It's
Now-
giving them a trial fibrillation.
These days, helmets break so that it takes all that pressure. It's I find it amazing to see this in a video because of like how I had to learn this stuff. I worked in the shop.
Mush
Anyway.
brain.
Yeah, mushy brain. That's what those things did. Mushy brain.
Then use protective clothing like oven mittens and protective sports
Who
equipment.
doesn't use oven mittens?
If hazards are to be controlled, people need
I'll
to be
just touch this
educated
hot
to
thing.
avoid injury. For
What?
example, children need to be instructed to
He's
sit
eating
while they're
egg
eating
rolls.
to
Oh,
avoid
man.
choking.
Yeah, he could.
No way, I'm going to choke, Mum.
You will if you talk while you're eating.
they'll
Even
Showed
grandmothers
him.
need to be made aware
You
not to
grounded,
leave their
motherfucker.
handbags lying
Yeah.
You
around.
interrupted my
Wanna see
They
video.
this
often
pencil
contain lollies
disappear?
and medicines. So we ask you to take the time to control hazards.
We do live in a
Only
society.
then can we safeguard the future of our children.
Understand first aid and be prepared for every emergency situation.
Yeah, everything happened to me in this video, didn't it, Dad?
It sure did, Danny.
But I was only acting. There's no way Captain Zap can really get hurt.
I'm not so sure about that.
No, neither am I.
He says that now, but the thing is, he's still got Captain Zap t-shirt on, with the jumper thing, which means he hasn't done that yet. He doesn't know about how hurt he's actually going to get. We saw the blisters under that watch.
He was pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Man, this credits music is so just emotional.
You're going to have to make this
It's making me feel things.
Oh yeah, some Steve Vai vibes. There's Metallics. Oh no, Catmud. Oh no.
But black holes.
Produced by the Cottage. Trying to achieve that. Look at it! Look at the logo!
How cool is our logo?
That's all there is. That's all I brought.
Considering last week was a longer one anyway, and the week before was a longer one.
I don't know how long we've been going, but it's not even that short of an episode.
It's an hour 45.
Yeah, we're good. I stretched it out. I told you I would.
Alright. Well, it's Stubbs' Zombie Day, so I might stream some of that once I've had lunch.
Okie dokie.
But, yeah. Anything you want to say to conclude this one? Oh, no tape time next week.
No tape time next week. And the week after, I don't know what we're going to be watching, but I'm thinking I might grab something from one of my giant piles. And my giant
I
piles,
was thinking maybe we should do one of those dance recitals you got.
Ooh. You're up for a 3-hour one to instead
Well,
of
I'm
watching
not,
a Spanish film.
but I mean, I'm not, but I am, if that makes sense.
Oh, we can,
I don't want to, but I will. I mean, we have so many of them.
The one I backed up was New Year's, but if you want to give me a specific location, I can start with that. It's all local stuff. I can send you a picture of all the... I think I already have. It's like
I can't remember.
Leopold, Maryborough, Colac, Geelong. I think there's one up in. There's no. I don't think there's a Lara one. Do you want to see if there's a Lara one?
I'm down if there is, but I don't really mind either way.
We'll see what's there.
Whatever's at the top of the pile is fine.
The top of the pile is the New Year's one, so I have to put that at the bottom and
Okay.
choose the next one.
Well, it's second on the pile then.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Because I was thinking either a sports day or a cartoon day. But yeah, I like the idea of a dance recital. We'd have to.
We have so many of them. We have to start
we have
them
to
eventually.
start them. Yeah.
As much as grueling as it's going to be, we have to start them.
I've sat through one. It's terrible.
I'm sure it is.
I have to sit through another one when I back it up. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Also, the more stuff that we do without covers, the more we can fit on our poster.
True.
Just spines. I like it. Sounds good.
Alright, anything else you want to add before we
I don't think so.
get out of here?
No, I think we did pretty good. We got a vacuum cleaner like was requested, even though that person didn't turn up.
Yeah, they missed their vacuum cleaner.
They missed their vacuum cleaner. We can just say we did it.
We did do it.
We did do it. It was a vacuum cleaner. Just the one, unfortunately. I thought there'd be one in the emergency video, but there wasn't.
Oh, look, it's fine.
Yeah, and it's some sort of vacuum system in the washing machine.
There was a vacuum system in the
to
washing
get
machine.
the water out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
It's all
exactly.
good.
It counts.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a Floby video for the haircut. That's a
Yeah,
vacuum
no.
cleaner and a haircut at the same time. All right, we're good. We're good. You can.
That's it? We're done?
Good dancing. Yeah. Bye.
Alright. True and goodbye.